Okay everyone, welcome on in. Allow me to introduce you all to Monarch Thrifty II. Here we are. As you can see, Monarch Thrifty II is overconfident and judgmental, but also a protector. We're going to initially be going for a authority ambition. Should that authority ambition fail, we'll go for a faith ambition. We also quite like stability and aim to boost it. After the turbulent times of King Thrifty I, Monarch Thrifty II has decided to try and put matters to right. Too many failings. Too many battles were lost against cultists and non-believers. Ghouls run rampant. Haunted furniture. There's some god-awful lich creature in the south roaming around. We have to put things to right. So as we're overconfident, we're always going to take a direct approach and go ourselves, handle an event if that's an option. And because we're judgmental, we hate pagans, cultists and other assorted non-believers, and we'll punish them wherever possible. Finally, we're all about self-sacrifice, anti-hostiles rather. Pretty much anything that poses a threat to the kingdom or our subjects, we're going to try and act against it. We're going to try and prevent it, stop it, turn everything around, even if it's to our own cost. So very good, compelling little monarch we got here. As for the game state, we'll begin the game now, get acquainted to everything. Feel free to do your own roleplay as you see fit. But yeah. At the end of the last game, the Chiefs are looking really good. The Chiefs are looking so good, in fact, that they're actually kind of content to just do what they want to do. Like, they're just vibing over here. There's no problems. Meanwhile, in the east and in the south, the lack of military has led rise to cults within these two lands. We have two active cults, one in the east and one in the south, and their aim is to get military up to 10 for their region. And the first region in this dynasty to get 4 active cults, one for trade, farming, military and faith, will win the dynasty. So we have an actual end goal, an actual end period. From the cults, we've yet to do like an infograph. I wanted to do like a picture or something displaying them all. But I have written up stuff. So yeah, we've got in the east, we got the cult of the Steel Ghoul. The Steel Ghoul was born from the worship of the 8th chapter, who bested King Thrifty and occupied tracts of land in the east thereafter. The warlocks of the heretic cult studied the metallica limb of a fallen god and worked tirelessly to see that god revived. It is known that King Thrifty also failed to handle a growing population of ghouls within the east. These ghouls were rounded up in great numbers to be experimented on by the cult, who sought to bring about new life to their god by embellishing its corpse with a ghoulishness. What was born at the end of years of study was not a god but an aspiring demon. The Steel Ghoul quickly killed the leadership of the cult and fed them to mortal ghouls. A humanoid creature with long ears and a pair of horns atop its head, the new demon has metallic skin and glowing pink innards. It can shoot beams of light from its eyes, slay non-believers, and has knife-like claws to rend any who come too close. With an assortment of underlings from the 8th chapter and a flock of ghouls at its disposal, the Steel Ghoul has fortified the lands once abandoned to the cult, and now seeks to influence the whole of the east to launch attacks on the rest of the kingdom. For now it is content to bide its time and patronise the lesser knightly orders in the east, to turn them from their count masters. And within the south we have Saint Umber the Kind of Just, Saint Umber was no saint at all. While in life, Umber slew multiple monsters in combat that earned him the recognition of mortals up and down the realm, and left a legacy that his descendants enjoy to this day. The Ninth did not embrace him, as it was not faith nor courage that won his battles, but guile and wits. He killed monsters, yes, but he did so without honour. Now that some fool of his bloodline has resurrected him with necromancy, Umber has defaulted once more to form. He kills monsters. In his crusade, he has gathered a following of believers who would learn from him. They set traps and ambush their foes, but most unfortunately, not quite the saint has found a new kind of monster to slay. Nobility. The counts would court ghouls and blood drinkers, the chiefs gallivant with beastmen and werebeasts. The grandees break bread with both. The grandees must be reminded of their duty. Their zeal must be restored, such that the realm may be brought to heel and banish these monsters once and for all. Umber now builds himself the makings of a crusade against all monster kind, and those who would shelter them. So that was your news update. Well, come on in. Cyber Demon? Yeah, called. Do it until it dies? Exactly, yeah. Is your crown meant to have a blank where the green gem should be? Oh, I might have a green screen issue. You're right. Hold on. Okay. Well, there's not much I can do about that right now. So, yeah, the Patrician's gem fell out. Doomslayer will rip and tear Carl Reese until it's done. Yes. So here's the thing. I quite like it because we got essentially two military cults active at the same time. There's going to be the sort of meta-narrative of them competing with each other. Meanwhile, in the north, everything's good. They got some bees. They got some mead. Things are okay up in the north. Thank you for the lurk, Sir Robert. Thank you very much. We're going to go through now and introduce all of our nobles here at the start of the game. Wowie, look at this. Pretty lean. I don't know where everyone is. When was that comment about that? Has daylight savings come into effect in other parts of the world? Is that what that comment was about, Whopper? We don't get it. We don't get that update for like another 2-3 weeks. You're all too early. Alright, Chiefs, we've got Chief Whopper, welcome on in. And Chief Mutated Zombie Bush, welcome on in. What is daylight savings? When the clocks spring forward and fall back. Right, you change your clocks for summertime and wintertime. Over here in the counts, we have Conte de Flower is Baklava, Count Brave Sir Robert, and Count Weldris. Welcome on in, all the counts. Daylight savings is utter bullshit. It is just like it's just a complication. Twice a year I've got to faff about. And hello, Techno. Yes, it is. I've got a hat. But unfortunately my green screen has poked a hole where the the Patrician gem is supposed to sit. So there we go. But yeah, thank you. Welcome on in, Chiefs. Welcome on in, Counts. Finally, we got the Grandees. Welcome on in. Grandee Lolk II and Grandee Morgrim Moon. Welcome on in. And who just joined there? Crab stole his emerald and his glasses. I'll find that crab one day. Was it Shadow Moon that just joined? Yes, you are in. There you go. Welcome on in. Welcome back. Welcome back. I saw another thing show up. I saw another count show up. You look after these new recruits and induct them into the worship of the Steel Ghoul, okay? So meta objective, counts are going to want 10 military, grandees want 10 military, so they can establish their cults properly. Chiefs might want to lose some points somewhere so they can start a cult. But welcome on in, everyone. Hope you're all set, hope you're all ready, hope you're having a good weekend. Worst part is having to update all clocks and devices. Nah. I just don't do that. I do it for like a handful. My microwave has been wrong this entire time. The microwave has been an hour ahead? Yeah. My microwave operates in summertime all the time because I don't know how to change it. Same with my car. My car's clock is wrong as well. I can never remember how to do it. Nikkei is in Germany and refused to do daylight savings last year, so basically operating on UK time. Oh, okay. Nice. Oh, who joined? Hello, advisor. Welcome on in. All right, everyone. Let's buckle down, shall we? We'll start, as always, with the path to victory. Your Majesty, you have some big boots to fill, and with your father out of the picture, the nobles will be looking for any opportunity to replace you. When you die, how do you hope the kingdom will remember you? What are we doing again? Authority. I'm going to be the greatest monarch who ever lived. I see. You're the type that likes to build lots of statues of yourself, aren't you? I suggest over the next few years you focus on improving your authority as much as possible. Once you have an heir, I will return to discuss how your ambition is progressing. Good luck, Your Majesty. Council introduction. Let's have a look. Now that you're the monarch, it is your first duty is to meet with the Council of Nobles. Okay, Chancellor. We might have to change your voice at some point today. Let's introduce ourselves to the Chiefs of the North. Good luck in the days ahead, Your Greatness. You'll need it dealing with us lot. Thank you, Mutated. Welcome on in. Who have we got from the Council of the East? Hey up, it's Flower. An honour to finally make your acquaintance, Your Majesty. I was dismayed to hear of your father's passing. And finally, Grandees of the South. It's Morgrim. Welcome on in. May the ninth God bless your reign, Your Highness. I trust you will conduct yourself with honour and faith. And with that, the introductions are done. The council hall immediately fills with raised voices as the nobles argue. Is this what your father fought so hard for? There we are. Jobs are good and on that front. We're all happy. We're all going to be happy together, right? Your Majesty, it was an honour to serve your father, but now it is your time to wear the crown. As is tradition, the council will decide what happens at your coronation. Let's get it over with. Shall we call the nobles in? Alrighty, so let's have a look at our options here. First vote of the game, everyone. We got A, lavish parade with jugglers and fountains of wine. Alright. B, religious ceremony that honours the ninth god. That's pretty good. We actually might like that. Throw the Monarch into the river. That's okay. Outdated traditions. No, okay. Well, we're gonna have a coronation no matter what. We're not saying no to coronation. I think I'd lean vaguely in the direction of B, but I'm not too fussed. Everyone, vote as you please. Type exclamation mark vote followed by A, B, or C. The option with the most votes will pass and take effect. Puddle time? Well. No puddle, but you know, we can get the royal ducky out. What is that? That's 8 of you, and I believe Robert is lurking at the minute, so there we are. A boom boom. It is decided the Monarch will be thrown in the river. So it begins. The nobles pick you up and carry you out to the Treadwater River, hurling you into the shallow water with a cheer. When you climb back up the bank, soaking wet, the Chancellor steps forward and places a crown upon your head. Is it your imagination, or are some of the nobles stifling giggles? Alrighty. Eyes down, time to pick our schemes. For the chiefs of the north, we have Ivor of the Whopper clan. Infamous northern elder, standing precariously on a loghouse crossbeam, spitting as they speak. Chiefs of the north, we all know I should be on the throne, not this imposter Monarch Thrifty II. How do we make that happen? What will we do for Ivor? What will we do for Ivor? What do we do? What do we do? What do we do for Ivor? Chiefs, I know there's only 2 of you. I think, wait, is it 2? No, there's 3 of you. Subterfuge, Prophecy, or Ragnarok. What are we going to do with Subterfuge? You want to replace my council with chiefs? With Prophecy, you're going to find the old stones and seek out a way to replace me. And with Ragnarok, you're going to cut a deal with the giants. Ragnarok and roll. It seems like it's going to be Ragnarok and roll. Unanimous. Wowee. The chiefs plan to make an alliance with the ice giants to take over the kingdom. First, they must not be weak or the giants won't take their proposal seriously. To advance their scheme, the chiefs must raise their military to 5 or more in 4 seasons. They currently have 10 military. Hey up, Kitty. Welcome on in. Hello. Okay, in the east we have Zigana of the Weldris Dynasty. Powerful eastern prodigy, leans delicately on a podium, whispering carefully. My fellow counts, in ancient times the East was its own proud kingdom. We can bring back those days of glory, but not while a false Monarch Thrifty II wears the crown. Okay, what's it gonna be? A. Doppelganger, B. Intimidation, or C. Blood Ritual? With Doppelganger, you want to find a body double to replace me with. With Intimidation, you're going to infiltrate the palace and strong arm me into doing what I'm told. And with Blood Ritual, you're going to summon a demon. Another one. C seems thematic. It does indeed. Blood Ritual. Here we go. What's the Pantheon Dynasty about? I've got the rules for it on the Discord, Kitty. You can find it on there, but the short of it is the different regions will be trying to spawn a Pantheon. And to do so, they need to build up their stats 1 by 1 to 10. So at the minute, both the Counts and the Grandees are competing to get their military up to 10. Chiefs haven't got a cult active at the minute. But yeah, there's a few bits and pieces going on. It's going to be an exciting couple of months, maybe. The Counts plan to summon an ancient famine demon that will devastate all the other regions, paving a clear path to the throne. First, they must ensure that the East can withstand a famine. To advance their scheme, Counts must be the region with the highest farming in 4 seasons. Everyone has 6 farming. All to play for here. Zarquin of the Lolt lineage, out here in the south, the Grandees with their floppy hats. A well-known southern prodigy, stands bathed in sunshine, speaking softly. There's Kitty and the Chiefs. There we are. A false pretender occupies the throne while my claim is ignored. Grandees of the south, this is a stain on our honour. We must not allow it to go unanswered. Alright. So we got A, sorcery, B, uprising, or C, further. So Grandees, there's only 2 of you. With sorcery, you want to make a deal with a wizard. With uprising, you're going to incite a peasant revolt. And with further, you're going to raise your own religious sentiments and go about your business. Okay, we've currently got a tie between sorcery and fervour. 50-50. Let's have a coin toss on this one. Fervour it is. The Grandee claimant Zarquin has been chosen by the 9th god to be the next king. He has promised a first miracle, food for all. To advance their scheme, the Grandees must raise their farming to 5 or more in 4 seasons. It's currently at 6. So let's go over today's pretenders. From the north, we have Ivor, the questionable claimant. Ivor and the Chiefs are pursuing a Ragnarok scheme. For the first stage of their scheme, they need to make sure their military is 5 or more in 4 seasons' time. Currently at 10, so that's a pretty big, easy one. Zigana, the false pretender of the East, together with the Counts pursuing a blood ritual scheme. For the first stage of that scheme, they need to make sure they have the highest farming in 4 seasons' time, which currently they're tied first place, so they're passing. Then finally, we got Zarquin, distant cousin in the south. The Grandees are pursuing further. And to start off with, they want to make sure their own farming is 5 or more in 4 seasons' time. So there we go. It's currently at 6, they're good. Golden choice, what would I take? Hold on, let's have a look. Yeah, I do want the iron choice. Oh no. Okay, Hordling attack in the south and then an invitation in the north. Let's start with the big ticket event. Lolt the second is here. Your Highness, I'm ruined. Hordlings have occupied my vineyard and driven my staff away. What exactly is a Hordling? Grubby little creatures like fat green babies with claws. Hard to kill. Fire is the only way to get rid of them permanently. Whatever you do, we should do it soon. They're eating all of my grapes. Why can't your fellow Grandees help out? My plight is of no interest to them. Grandees suck. Alright, that's why you wanted a wizard? Yes. I will assemble the council. My bless you, Your Highness. I need to buy more grapes. Okay. All of these are quite good. You know what? If you go for A, you tricky little beggars, I'm going to get authority for it. Alright, that's my insurance. Vote how you please, everyone. Oh. Oh, wow. Okay. Yeah. See? I thought you'd do this. I know you too well. Well, winner, winner. Salutes in chat for Lolt's entire vineyard. No, that vineyard is my livelihood. My authority is now commanding. But a hordling infestation is no single person's problem. If they were to spread, they could ruin the homes and businesses across the south. The vineyard, and half the hillside with it, is lit up like the sun. Unfortunately, the summer weather causes the fire to spread, creating a blaze that consumes a few farms in the process. Yikes. That sends me back at least £2 in grapes. Yeah, your wealth is nothing. Yikes. Once Grandee Lolt's second wealth has gone up in smoke, it's not long before he's turned to begging on the streets in Merona. Make a note here. Let's just make a note. Hordlings burnt in the south. Hordlings ate my grapes. It's true. They did. Your Majesty. Hello, kitty. This year we will be holding Winter Feast at my clan hall. It would be an honour if you could attend. Absolutely. I look forward to it. Ha! Can't wait. Winter Feast is a special time of year, you'll see. See, everything good is going on in the north. They're happy, they're having their Winter Feast. Nothing's going wrong. As is tradition, each region offers a selection of elite guards. The chiefs are their most famous warrior heroes, the council of the Knights of the Order of the Drowned Rose. And the grandees offer the fiercest battle nuns from the Sisterhood of Steel. Fortunately, we can't recruit the summer. Oh, I wanted the nuns. Jesus Christ. What's the point in playing a religious monarch if you can't have nuns? Unfortunately, we can't recruit the southern nuns. There's been a major scandal. Some nuns went out drinking and broke their vow of silence to sing rude songs about hedgehogs. Alright. They won't come to the capital until this blows over. You'll need to pick someone else. Alright, well in that case, we're going to have the Northern Warriors. I will make the arrangements at once. The warrior heroes arrive a few weeks later. They swagger in with bigger grins and bigger axes, belching and singing and roaring out unsavoury jokes. One of your courtiers faints. It's none of your business now. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Okay. Alright. Very punny. Very, very punny. Okay, so we successfully burnt down the south. That's good. First auction of the game. So if you absolutely cannot stand the grandees getting their farming up, you can bid on E, the deer park to lower their farming even more. Now we've cleared out a whole vineyard, we can turn that vineyard into a deer park, right? Counts may want C, the aqueduct, to boost their farming. As for the rest of it, there's not much else here that has too big an impact on stuff. I mean, you could perhaps argue D, the observatory, might be useful for the counts. Maybe the Thieves Guild will upset the chiefs a bit. Hey up, Teeny Bert, welcome on in. Who else has joined us, by the way? So we got Dean. Hello, Dean. Oh, whoa. Wolf Warrior's here. Wolf Warrior in the chiefs. We love to see it. And Teeny, there you are in the counts. Where are your glasses? I took them off. Crab stole them, yeah. The crab stole them when it stole the patrician's gem. Alrighty. We're going to start... Oh, wait. Here's the list of everyone and their money. Sorry, that's what I was getting out. Going to start the auction now. Type !fund. Followed by the letter of the item you would like to fund. Followed by the amount of money you'd like to fund it with. Top 2 items at the end of the auction will be built and take effect. You've got about 40 seconds to get your funding in, but there's a slight delay on stream, so I'll type in chat when there are 10 seconds left. Let's see, try not to miss out. C and E, Aqueduct and Deer Park, oh dear. Oh no, so the way the cults get established, they got to hit 10 at the end of the game. Once they're 10, they're established and you can adopt a new one. And so the established cults just sort of lurk around in the background. 10 seconds, everyone, 10 seconds. But yeah, so you can start a cult, adopt a cult. So as you can see here, the chiefs at the end of the last game had 5 or more in all their stats, so they didn't adopt a cult. Both the counts and the grandees are eligible to adopt cults. So the grandees had 4 farming and 2 military. Military's the lowest, so that takes precedence. And the counts had 3 military, 4 faith, so the military took precedence there. So we got 2 military cults. I am the auction. Mutated has bid on the observatory and the aqueduct. Very nice. Very nice. Sparing food loss for the grandees. Which one is blood money again? Oh, it's okay. Yes, this one. Okay. What are you talking about? Nothing is wrong. Absolutely nothing is wrong in the East. Well, that calls for a celebratory glass of wine, I think. There's definitely not an old witch who lives at the border of my lands, and I definitely haven't been having money troubles. I think you might have been having money troubles. 175. That's a bit much. And most importantly, she didn't offer me a fortune in exchange for just a drop of my blood, an offer which I absolutely didn't accept. I'm confused. Ever since I didn't accept the witch's bargain, I haven't found myself obeying her every command. I definitely still rule over my estate, not her. Furthermore, she didn't forbid me from telling you any of this, and I'm not using negative statements to bypass her magic. Hang on, Choto Mate. I'm starting to think you mean the opposite of what you say. No, Your Highness, that's not the case. Smiles. Smiles nervously. I guess I was wrong now. Let's fetch the court physician and see what we can do to lift your curse. After a week confined to a cold iron box with nothing to eat but salt, the magic stops affecting Countess Teenybert so strongly. She's even able to talk about her ordeal directly. I always tolerated that bloody witch. She'd sell medicine to the peasants and help them find lost sheep. I never suspected she was capable of something like this. We need to call a vote. Send a regiment to take back my stolen lands. We go in and kill the witch. Brave featuring the Monarch and the Archbishop turning up outside the box to preach on the dangers of witches. Just be grateful that we didn't bring in the High Inquisitor. Alright? Now, last week, everyone, we failed 4 60% chance rolls in a row? So this week with a 40%, 40% is a winner, right? Because we got 40% outcomes all the time last week. This has to be the way. Let's go. Let's go. The 40% meta is here. When the eastern troops arrive on Countess Teenybert's estate, the land itself fights back. The soil opens up beneath them. Trees swipe at their horses. But they fight their way through with minimal losses. The witch tries to escape, but she's caught by sentries posted around the perimeter. That evening, the witch is burned in the town square and the peasants watch in silence. Countess Teenybert is pathetically grateful for the return of her ancestral home. But the fields are never again as bountiful as they were under the witch's reign. Oh. The elderly Chief Majata, a cousin many times removed of Chief Wolf Warrior, died in her sleep last week. She was nearly 90, would you believe? And why are you telling me this? She was very wealthy, Your Majesty. But she could have spent more time on her accounts. She died without a will and the nobles are scrambling for her estate. Chief Majata was my relative. I wrote to her at least once a year. Of course the estate should be mine. My late great-grandfather used to play backgammon with her. He swore she intended to leave it to our family. Ooh, by the old gods, that's a pitiful claim. You know what? I don't mind. If it goes to the northern peasants, I get authority. But there we are. Vote as you please, everyone. I'm not too hung up on this one, I don't think. I'll be back in a moment once I get a fresh drink. Cool beans. So we got a three-way tie. Thank you, everyone. Thank you for that. Oh, no, it's edging out now. How many have we got? 13. What's that total there? 11. 2 of you yet to vote. Final call. Those 2 of you who have not yet voted. 3, 2, 1. Randy, Dean Uwu shakes their head, muttering with their friends about favouritism on the council. But Chief Wolf Warrior and the other chiefs are delighted. They even send you and the treasurer a gift basket as a token of their appreciation. Fantastic work. Your Majesty, it's important you find a spouse sooner rather than later. I'll take the liberty of finding eligible candidates. What is your preference? Men, women, or do you not mind? I rolled a 2, so women today, please, Chancellor. Thank you, Your Majesty. I'll send out messages to the most influential noble families in the kingdom. Let's see what they have to offer. Alrighty, what have we got here? I think we can common tax everyone, that'll be fine. Okay, winter feast time. After weeks of leading your baggage train along perilous mountain roads, you finally arrive at the snow-swept clan hall of Chief Kitty Cafe. The hall is crammed with all the chiefs of the north, sitting cheek to cheek along tables, groaning under the weight of food and ale. Welcome, Your Majesty, to my humble hall. Take a seat, grab a drink. It is customary at Winterfeast to exchange gifts with the host. What did you bring? Kitty, what? Let's see. You know what? I'll just give you a horse. I think a horse is a good one. Look at that beauty. A fine addition to my stables. Thank you, Your Majesty. After that, the feast lasts long into the night. The fires roar. The bards sing Song of the Old Days. The lake of ale is consumed a couple of hours in. You are... Right, let's tap the sign for Wolf Warrior. Yes, those of you that weren't here at the beginning. Here is Monarch Thrifty II, overconfident and judgmental and protector. So we want to get along well with everyone. Alright, well, unless you prove to be a non-believer. You wouldn't be a non-believer, would you? Or a wrong believer. So yeah, we're just going to be a little merry. As Winterfeast rolls on and the snow piles up outside the doors, the mood in the hall turns precarious. Your memory is blotchy, but you distinctly recall. I'm tempted to get into a fight. Really tempted. But let's take part in a contest. Okay, at Winterfeast, the chiefs challenge each other to various games. You soon find yourself facing Kitty Cafe in... Kitty, what would we do? Axe throwing or a game of chess? Eating competition? It could be fun, but... I've got calls for axe. Kitty says A, so a game of chess, Kitty. I feel like 50-50. We can have a coin toss together, alright? Kitty Cafe is a little drunker than you are. And you take full advantage, setting up some classic traps for her to blunder into. An easy victory, the Chiefs cheer. I love this... Goddamn nerd chiefs. They're here at this massive party. Everyone's getting drunk. And they're all gathered around the end of the fucking table to watch the king, the monarch rather, play chess. The next morning, the chiefs are scattered around the hall, groaning and nursing their hangovers. Your own hangover isn't too bad, but the thought of the voyage home makes you wince. You bid farewell to the chiefs and begin the long, perilous journey back to the capital. My brain no worky for chess, no. Well, there we go. That's good. That's good. Where are my spoons? Your Majesty, I don't want to alarm you, but I've noticed something very peculiar recently. The spoons in the castle, they're disappearing. Don't be ridiculous. It may be a harmless prank, but I have suspicions. Search the castle. Someone must be responsible. You search up and down the castle for any trace of the missing spoons, but you find nothing. Spoons continue to go missing. You forbid the cook from preparing liquid meals, at least you're seen slurping from a bowl. Nekojita, thank you for resubbing. Look at that, 11 months. Where is flying by? Thank you again. I really appreciate that. But yeah, thank you for rejoining us and thank you for resubbing. Feels bad, man. Their face when you're running out of spoons while running a kingdom. Yeah. You can bait chief chess players with your bishops and they can't resist taking them out when they can. Oh. Oh dear. Okay. Yes, another sassy pun. I found 3 potential matches for you. 1 eligible young woman from each of the kingdom's 3 regions. Choose wisely, you'll be securing a powerful alliance. Yes. The Chancellor leads you to the Great Hall where they've arranged 3 portraits on easels. For now, each is covered by a cloth. Alright, let's see them. They whisk away the cloth from the first portrait. This is Frida. Firstborn. Oh wait, hold on. Oh, no, that's the wrong one. Whoops. I'm a professional, honest. What do I want? What kind of wife do I want? I'm overconfident, judgmental protector. Someone that's big and strong. Someone that can fight. Someone that's in good with the church. All good traits, I think. This is Frida, firstborn daughter of the Northern Advisor clan. Your typical Northern lass, big, brawny and honest, in the same way an axe to the face is honest. Despite that, she's clearly got some brains. She's an avid reader in a vast library. People say she nurses a grudge though. Reading books. Nursing a grudge. I feel... I think neutral about this one, I believe. Not my cup of tea, but not terrible. Let's see if the other 2 are awful. This is Xenia, eldest daughter of the Eastern Weldris dynasty. Not sure why the artist made her look so severe. Just a trick of the light perhaps. She's smiling. Very pious young lady. She's obsessed with her family's legacy. Now here we are. Pious. Pious. I think that's good. And finally from the South, Bellona, eldest daughter of the Dean Uwu lineage. Repute to have an ego the size of the sun, but there's nothing wrong with confidence, right? Not sure why the eyes may look so severe. Smiling face. I mean, depends on what her smile looks like in the painting, I guess. Like many in the South, she claims to put her faith in an I've got above all worldly concerns. And she's got grand plans, bold accounts. She wants to change the world. Ooh, a faithful who wants to change the world. Ooh. Ooh, that's tough. This Grandee sounds like she's Thrifty the second vaxing. I mean... Oh, do I want to change the world? I think I want to protect people. But then the world is a bit shitty, so... Ooh. Yeah, I think it's the Grandee. They got better progressively as we went on. What do you think, of course, by picking a candidate, you'll anger the other regions, but you'll gain a lifelong alliance? It's going to be Bologna. Excellent. I'll make the arrangements. We got to be faithful, and we got to change the world for the better. Another law adoption, reverse voting, royal gamble, stop that count. I think we're good. We're good with what we currently got. The city in flames, yeah. I see it, Lolt. Don't worry, I see it. Trouble in the sewers. That's what I'm drawn to. Let's start with the city in flames. Your Majesty, there's been a terrible fire in the city of Saranona. Where once there were buildings, there is now a field of smouldering ash. Dozens of knaves have died. Filled with religious conviction, the townsfolk seized the travelling wizard and attempted to burn him at the stake for practicing dark magic. Sounds like the work of St. Umber. Tried to burn wizard in south. Damn, south is getting wrecked. He walked out of the city unharmed. The same cannot be said for those who tried to burn him. Well, I'm very sorry to hear that your city has gone up in flames. I was hoping the council might unlock some funds from the treasury so we could rebuild. No help, please. Shit, actually, hold on. Tapping the sign. Yeah, I've just think. Pagans, cultists and other assorted non-believers. We gotta find and punish the wizard responsible. Yeah. Unfortunately, we want the D. Monarch's vote on D. We want to find and punish the wizard responsible. Now that's that's what I call overconfidence. Right there. We want the D. Thrifty 2020. That's an old but gold joke. Forever. It's up there with B's for B or B for B's, whatever it is. Oh dear. Oh Lord. Have mercy on my soul. I don't even get to be a cheapskate. Usually overconfidence is a slow and insidious killer. Thank you. I got that reference. Thank you, Darkest Dungeon. But here it will be quite fast and obvious. Hey, nah, it's gonna be okay. It's gonna be okay, right? Alright, any more votes? There's what? 7 active votes. Half of you have yet to vote. What's going on, folks? I'm going to do a final countdown. 3, 2, 1, and we'll move on. Okay. A wizard named Gordius is deemed responsible for the fire. You send a squad of soldiers to arrest him and bring him for questioning. Your soldiers are found weeks later, scattered around a field, reduced to bones and ashes. The superstitious townfolk whisper that wizards are above the lords of both monarch and god. Gordius wins a fight. Thank you, note. Well, it's not looking good for the Grandees military. Meanwhile, the Grandees who bear the cost to rebuild and grumble that money would have been much more appreciated than your ham-fisted attempts at justice. God above, what's the point of having a monarch in the first place? Now. Trouble in the sewers, Cowabunga. Your Majesty, there's a horde of hoardlings in the sewers beneath the capital. They're the ones who have been stealing our spoons, and not just the monarch spoons either, but the whole cities. Hoardlings are in my sewers, set the sewers on fire. We send down the Honor Guard? I've so rarely seen this. No, because after we burn down the south, they move into the capital. I don't know. I haven't seen the Honor Guard in a while. Like, I know I've done these two before. I don't think I've done this option before, so I kind of want A to send in the Honor Guard. Vote for A. The most direct approach it is. Simple as. Gotta kill all the hoardlings. Hoardlings in my sewers. Sorry I couldn't burn down the sewers to get rid of the hoardlings, really. Unfortunately, there's a city built on top of it. The Honor Guard march dutifully into the stench-ridden tunnels, but it doesn't go well. Hours later, only one returns, rambling wildly and clearly on death's door. The hoardlings gone. Chase them off, your greatness. But they ambushed us. Killed everyone. There was... He coughs up blood. Some great monster down there. They were in league. Set the beast on us like a rabid dog. At least the hoardlings are gone, Your Majesty. I'm sure you'll find a new Honor Guard in time. Behind him, the last of your former bodyguards expires with a gurgle. Okay, well, problem solved on that one. Salutes in chat for the Right Honourable Honor Guard, the Northern Warriors. Your wedding to Bologna is naturally the talk of the kingdom. Nobles and peasants alike travel from across the realm to attend. For a week and a day, the capital is one giant party. It feels like you're the only one not taking part. Instead, you're getting ready for the ceremony. Soon enough, you're standing in St. Bertrand's Cathedral with Bologna at your side. Do you take this woman as your lawfully wedded wife? I do, Archie, I do. Then I pronounce you married in the eyes of the kingdom. After the wedding, of course, there's a feast, and after the feast, a dance. At the feast, your new wife Bologna delivers a long rambling speech that puts everyone to sleep. Ah. By the time you find yourself alone with Bologna, it's past midnight and you've never felt more tired. What a wonderful occasion that was. A shame that tradition demanded we marry in St. Bertrand's Cathedral. I can assure you the temples down south are much, much grander. You'd better get used to life in the capital. I suppose I'd better. What are your thoughts on the state of the kingdom? Well, you know, the kingdom looks after itself. Bellona immediately changes the topic to talk about something she's more interested in. I'm just a humble follower of the Ninth God's teachings, and everywhere I look I'm surrounded by sinners and heathens. I can't wait to laugh at them from the day after. You and me both, baby. Anyway, to continue on the subject, you gently fall asleep to the sound of Bellona droning on about herself. Excellent, excellent, wonderful. Honor guard is down to none. Is it time to recruit a nun? It might be. We'll see if nuns are put on the offering. Far to the north, where snows blanket the landscapes and wolves howl in the night, the chiefs plot to bring about the end of the world. Ragnarok. Praise Morgana. Initial talks with the ice giants are going so well they gifted us a new patch of fertile land in the northern valleys. Did that just do what I thought it did? When did the chiefs get the counts get checked to see if they pass their scheme? Hold on, let's find out. Let's find out. Might be salutes for the count's scheme there. The gods are good. With luck, this will be the foundation of an alliance strong enough to rock the world. Aye, the ice giants are a formidable ally, tall as a building, limbs like tree trunks, and those southerners don't know how to fight them like we do. But first, we must offer something the giants desire. A whole kingdom's worth of pillage? That's what I was thinking. If we fill the kingdom with bountiful goods and plunder, the giants won't be able to resist. For the next stage of the chief's scheme, they must raise the other region's trade to a combined total of 12 or more in 2 seasons. Currently at 12, I believe, so that's a pass at the minute. Late at night, 2 counts meet in an ancient stone cemetery to discuss their schemes against the Monarch. Chiefs are goated. Chiefs are literally... Oh my god. Local chief says, it's not enough that I succeed. I must bear witness to the failure of others. Our grain stores are looking decidedly mediocre. We need to stock up so that when the famine comes we can outlast the others. The count's aim is to have the highest farming. Prophesized Ninth Herald has finally manifested on Celestath, taking the form of a humble noble known as Zaquin, who hails from a farming town in the southern hills. Also the grandees claim. Zaquin is making strides feeding the common folk, but it won't be enough at this rate. You're right. He's promised cornucopia for the people, but so far the harvest has been lacking. If Zaquin can't deliver a miracle, we'll have to. The grandees' aim is to raise their farming to at least 5. Okay, so Ivor and the chiefs move ahead. They need to keep the trade where it's at, or higher maybe. Zagana is still waiting to get thwarted by the chiefs at the last minute. Flying out the side. Need to increase their farming by at least 1, or at least see to it that the chiefs lose a farming. And finally, Zaquin needs 1 more point of farming themselves. Everybody's hungry. Armed shortage is here. Your Holiness, the situation in the south is dire. Oh, hello, Swedish Leprechaun. Welcome on in. I didn't see you join. Thank you for joining. Have I missed anyone else? I think I've seen everyone here, right? Yes. The city watch in many of our cities is understaffed. And now crime is rampant. Even dueling is dwindled as minor nobles have taken up other hobbies like knitting and insect collecting. Pah! We must bolster our dwindling forces in the south. Who knows what will happen to our people without protection? We need protection. We gotta do something, because I am, like, trying to keep things good. I think either B or C. I don't particularly want to spend all my money. Vote how you please, everyone. How will the South restore their military? Knitting is dueling wool. Insect collecting is dueling insects. Ah, yes. Sire, allow us to become arms dealers? No way, Jose. %75% untested. I don't know what the success rate for 75% is. I'd prefer it if we had 40%. 9 votes. Okay, that's about right. That's about everyone. Surely peasants just need encouragement. Posters featuring your likeness pointing at the reader with text saying Monarch Thrifty II needs you are soon plastered throughout the south. Once again, you're thankful for the superstitious common folk. Perhaps out of fear, peasants across the south line up for armed duty. The grandees are most pleased. There we go, we're back at it. Rumblings. Your Majesty, we've been hearing disturbing rumblings from the university. They want more money, I suppose? I feared maybe more serious than that. There are rumours of secret meetings and late-night gatherings. Rumour is they're experimenting with the rules of succession. The very rules that put you on the throne. Who knows what conclusions they may come to. No, we want to get involved in this. Oh, we can't. Send in a spy, I think. I kind of want C as well, but I don't think you'll vote for that. Grandee rearmament never went wrong. Never does. Why would you side with these stinky scholars? Oh my god. Why are you doing this? Huh? Why would you just leave them to it? I can't believe you're forcing me. Oh, I should have saved veto. What did I use my veto on? What the hell was the last vote? Fine. Fine. The scholars of Quell University are left to their secretive work. Rumours grow that the monarch's legitimacy is in question. I hate it. That ever your honour guard in the line of duty was a tragedy, your majesty, but we don't have time to mourn. We must replace them at once. The monarch needs protection. Needs it. What are my options? Each region offers a selection of elite guards. Chiefs are the most famous warrior heroes, the Council of the Knights of the Order of Drowned Rose, and the Grandees offer the fiercest battle nuns. Of course, since your previous honour guard were Northern warriors who died horrible deaths, you're unlikely to find any volunteers from the north to replace them. There are Vine warriors, sworn to a vow of silence, they won't spill state secrets, yada yada. But their faith and loyalty to the church above all, even your safety. Yeah, it's the nuns are here. We did it. Very good, your majesty. I will make the arrangements at once. The battle nuns arrive in the palace a few weeks later. They nod to you silently, their solemn still mask betraying nothing, before filing in formation behind your throne. They died in battle, wouldn't that be a drawing point for the chiefs? Yeah. They died fighting hordlings in my sewer. Alright, looking at this, if you want to work against the best interests of the chiefs, F the Thieves Guild would swing it. If you want to help the chiefs, D the Grand Bazaar would help them. If you are pursuing your ambition to have a military again, the counts could have C the fortress to get their military up. And the grandees may want E the aqueduct to pass their scheme, so that this is going to be a big one. Oh, counts might also want B the deer park to lower the chiefs farming, and then they'll be level pegging again for the highest farming. Holy crap, all of these are... Okay, so there's 5 items that people could be voting on. Here is all of you and all your money. We're going to start the auction now. Type !fund followed by the letter of the item you would like to fund, followed by the amount of money you'd like to fund it with. Top 2 items at the end of the auction will be built and take effect. Bids on other items will be refunded. You've got about 40 seconds to get your bids in, but there's a slight delay on stream, so I'll type in chat when there are 10 seconds left. What do we got? What do we got? B&E, B&E. Deer Park and Aqueduct. Shifting farming around. I see. Alrighty. B&E still going in. 10 seconds. Go, 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 go. What the hell? Oh, the Grand Bazaar happened and the aqueduct happened. Okay. Right. Big market for the counts. Horror in the East. What's this? Your Grace, a monster has been stalking my farms at night, smashing down the doors of cottages and feasting on the peasants inside. Many victims. Dozens, Your Majesty, and only a few have survived the attacks. The survivors tell a garbled story about gleaming fangs amid a mountain of blood-soaked fur. Right, well, we're going to do something here. Whether we send in bounty hunters or we send in the army. 15% untested, but I feel positive about it. Oh, wow. Deal with the abomination. Hunt it down. Slay it like the beast it is. How could this happen? How could you do this to me? 15% failing? I'm very disappointed in you. I expected a 15% success. A regiment marches in circles for a week through swamps and mud, but fails to hunt down the elusive beast. When they return, many soldiers appear to have brought back some manner of disease from the bog. They're coughing pale, too weak to hold their swords. Oh, no. Meanwhile, the monster's attacks continue to menace the east. You hear reports that it no longer confines its attacks to the night time. Soon the peasants are too afraid to tend... Soon the peasants are too afraid to tend their crops which lie rotting in the fields. Oh my god. Counts can't catch a break, can they? Absolutely not. You're aware of the ice giants, I hope. Brutish creatures that live in the frozen wastes beyond our northern borders. In a time before time, they ruled the north and kept people as slaves. Chiefs are willing to let bygones be bygones. They're forging an alliance with the ice giants to bring down your kingdom. Ice giants, it's even worse than I thought. Quite. My intelligence suggests the chiefs have offered up the kingdom as plunder to the giants when the time comes. It's not often I say this, but a kingdom's strong economy is a problem. Even the ice giants can sense a lucrative opportunity. What am I supposed to do? Tank my economy? That would certainly be one strategy, yes. Shit. Alright. If we do send tribute, I can't stop you from doing it, but if we do it, I think that will stall. That will stall out the chief's scheme. But I want a kickback of authority to make up for the authority loss. I'm gonna go get a fresh drink. Vote as you please, everyone. Okay, oh! Delayed a scheme for one season? There we go. Hello, Biowolf, how's it going? We're entering the latter part of the game. I'm about to be asked to have children, I believe, in the next season. So I'll probably be kicking about on here for like another hour or so. Unless the game ends abruptly. Just cluing you in. Everyone say hello to Biowolf in chat. I'm going to be streaming with Biowolf after the King of the Castle is done. Not doing too shabby. Been editing the War of the Kings video. It's taken a while. Lovely, yeah. Oh shit, I didn't get back to you on that, did I? I should have a look at what your request was and see if I can do it. Luca, welcome on in. Hey up, welcome to the Counts. But yeah, are you going live in a moment? If so, I'll come poke you on your stream when I'm done. Just been going to people's VODs and recording a bit. Ah, fair enough then. Fair enough. What are you streaming with, Biowolf? I think we're set on, because we got it work. Well, I know it can work on my PC. We're going to be doing Crusader Kings 3. And we're going to be doing it with a mod. And more will be revealed. Oh, okay. We'll chill with you on CK3. Oh, okay. Fair play. That's alright then. Okay, I'll give you a poke on Discord then. If that's the best bet. Intriguing? Yeah, don't worry. We'll be on that in a bit. It's probably going to be a one-shot, so we'll just play around and see what it looks like. Oh. Okay, thank you, votes. We're sending tribute to the Ice Giants. Tribute to the Ice Giants? Have you lost your mind? Apparently. Apparently I have. Nobody liked this. You certainly ruffled a few feathers, but hopefully it means you've slowed the chief's own giant courting tactics. About your... Oh no, the heir is happening now. Your marriage to Bellona has grown stale. Oh, you get along well enough and you made some good memories together, but there's no spark. She cares more about the ninth god than your happiness, but spark or no spark, you still need an heir. Congratulations are in order. The royal wedding was a magnificent affair. But there's something still missing. You need an heir. You need someone young whose loyalties are short. A child of your own would do the trick, even if they're a bastard, or the youngest of your many cousins. My wife and I will have a child together. That's what we got together for. Ah, the traditional method. No one will object to that. I'll arrange you to take a month off from ruling so you can get down to business. Back in the north, Chief Advisor is hosting yet another feast at his clan hall. Not everyone is in the mood for celebrating, however. No developments, I'm afraid. The giants aren't willing to commit, not yet anyway. What's the problem? They leave their brains in the ice caves again, or are they too scared to take on a measly monarch? Nay, not enough plunder. We must make the other regions bigger, juicier targets. The chief's aim is to raise the other regions' combined trade to 12 or more. It's currently at 11. We dodged it. The legend of the Ninth Herald is spreading rapidly. Deep in the south, a number of grandees celebrate. Peasants all over the south are flocking to you, Zarquin. I knew you could do it. Praise be the ninth god. Praise be. But this is just the beginning. With him on our side, we will capture the minds of common folk and lead a holy crusade against the false monarch. The people still need a push, however. With the right amount of chaos, the peasants will soon be ready to take up arms for you. For their next stage of their scheme, the grandees must lower stability to 4 or less in 2 seasons, currently at 7. Alright. That's fine, I'm happy with common tax. Okay, let's work top to bottom. Agricultural concerns. Your Grace, there's a particular forest in the east that nobody's allowed to enter because it's owned by the monarch. If we cleared it, it could prove valuable pasture for cattle or growing crops. Right now it serves no purpose. Oh, so those are my trees, hands off. By Xenia's ashes, Your Highness. You didn't know those trees existed until 5 minutes ago. I petitioned the council to transfer ownership, nothing personal. I kind of want the trees. You told me I can't have them. I don't care if I didn't know they existed. I will buy it. Can you afford it? I don't know if you can. I'll buy it. I don't care. Okay. Alright, if you say you're gonna... I do kind of want the money. Vote as you please, everyone. I support Luca giving me all their money. Oh. Doesn't be lower authority? I mean, I don't like it, but... I mean, it's going to be one notch of authority, which I'll try and recoup elsewhere. Alright, 6-4. I think that's a winner. Of course I can afford it. What do you take me for? A beggar? Yeah. Got nothing left. The forest is chopped down and turned into farmland. Nobody's too upset except for some foxes and deer, and an old lady in a cottage who wasn't supposed to be there anyway. However, the loss of the Monarch's wood is seen as symbolic of the Monarch losing power to their nobles. Oh, shut it. You're broke now. Yeah, but congratulations, you got trees. Your Majesty, something is definitely happening at the university. People are massing outside the Library of Old Law. Are they giving out wine? We should go. It's true, people are gathering in university courtyards, trying to catch a glimpse through the windows of the library. They are muttering. That's it, arrest everyone. 40%. 40% always wins. If it does as well. It does as well. We're going to have to cross-examine this save file, see what's going on. Is 40% actually 100? Is 60% actually 0? The courtyards are cleared. The people rounded up, and a few scholars arrested as well for good measure. Now, Your Majesty, what about Quail University itself? The law is too precious to leave to scholars or the people, surely. Arrest a scholar and we'll get some answers, right? Vote C and we'll put these scholars in their place. No! No, the university stands for lies. I stand for truth. I don't know what they're doing, but I know I don't like it. Vote C! C! You wouldn't leave. Oh my god. Cannot believe it. Cannot believe you trust the word of the university rather than me. I'm the monarch, don't you know? I'm important. The council agrees that nothing is to be done about the potentially seditious activities of the scholars at Quail University. Over the next few months, the Library of Old Law becomes a nexus of revolutionary rhetoric. People talk openly about your legitimacy to the throne. Oh! How could you do this to me? Why would you do this to me? Salutations, Thrifty. I've had an idea. As you know, the people of the South are quite pious. As a member of the royal household and an avid adherent of the church myself, I thought I might go back to my homeland and take the opportunity to preach in your favour. You mean make me some kind of saint like dear old Dad? Not exactly. I mean, unless they really start to like you. But support from the church can't be a bad thing, can it? Go forth, Bellona. Teach them to love me. Wonderful, I'll make the preparations immediately. Word spreads fast that the Queen Consort is planning a tour of the south. Thousands flock to the towns and villages where she plans to stop. Once she arrives, Bellona gives a series of impassioned speeches to locals, preaching at length about your good standing with the church. It strikes a chord. Fantastic. The Spymaster happily announces that your popularity is rising all across the region. Fantastic, fantastic. We are good. Everyone happy. Two counts meet beneath a silvery moonlight. It's time to speak of dark deeds against the crown. Our grain stores are looking good. Enough to endure a famine. Better than the rest of the kingdom, I'd say. Most pleasing. Won't summoning this demon be difficult? It's magic beyond our usual fare. The walls of reality are sturdy, but they can be weakened. A tide of blood must swallow this kingdom, and in its wake, chaos. For the next stage of their scheme, the counts must lower stability to 4 or less in 2 seasons. Swing vote, an ominous vote. Oh. Please don't taunt the bot. Stream element. Oh, did someone get... Okay, well, look, listen. If you can't follow the Streamlabs, Stream Elements, whatever it is, bot. If it's going to keep banning you. Like... I don't know. I don't know. I like money. Everyone likes money. Everyone likes money. Do I like giving you money, though? Hello, Gibbo. Welcome on in. There's a lot of poor nobles, right? Gibbo, where did you join? There you are, top of the Grandees. There's a lot of people who are kind of sketchy. Do we like money? Pro self-sacrifice, giving money away? It's going good, I think. I think we might... Okay, we'll take Golden Choice instead of Monarch's vote. The Wandering Bard. The True Monster. Okay, True Monster is a big one. And then we got Old Rituals over here. Let's do the True Monster first. Remember when I came to you with word of a monster preying upon peasants in the east? Yes, Shadow Moon. Yes, yes, I do. Yes, 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 yes. I have reason to believe the culprit may be one of my fellow counts. Count Brave Sir Robert, to be precise. The peasants believe that Count Brave Sir Robert transforms into a colossal bloodthirsty beast once every 7 nights. Do we know of something like this ever happening before? Only in legend. King Karvak II was said to turn into such a beast and slaughter his servants at night. But in the day he was as mild-mannered as a baby duck, and had no memory of his crimes. Perhaps the same is true here. Oh, what should I do? Pray do not call a public vote on the matter. It would be embarrassing to Count Brave Sir Robert, for no good reason. Absolutely not. I shall arrest Count Brave Sir Robert at once. Very well, Your Majesty, whatever you say. When your knights arrive to arrest Count Brave Sir Robert, they're attacked by an enormous beast with coal-black fur and clawless-like scythes. It slays dozens of knights. Once finally wounded beyond hope of recovery, it turns back into human shape. Count Brave Sir Robert lies on the floor, frail and limp and soaked in blood. Please, release me of my curse. We killed a beast. No mercy. A night ends Brave Sir Robert's life in a single, brutal axe blow. Your Grace, I wish we'd found a better way. Count Brave Sir Robert may have been a monster, but he still had noble blood and deserved better treatment. Salutes in chat, everyone. Brave Sir Robert has left. but brave Sir Robert II will inherit their place on the council. Where's the kill count? Up to 1. There we go. Old rituals, eh? Your Majesty, something rather urgent has come to my attention. Your predecessor, King Thrifty, had some recorded in the archives that I thought you want to see. Many years ago, there was an incident involving furniture made from enchanted wood harvested from an ancient grove in the east. King Thrifty participated in an unorthodox ritual to calm the tree spirits trapped in the furniture. Unfortunately for you, this ritual must be repeated roughly every 20 years. As the current monarch, you will have to take part or risk destroying the spirit's ire. Or you could destroy the furniture and be done with these heathen rituals. It won't do for a monarch to condone such things. I will pay you all, reimburse you for all the haunted furniture we're about to break. B? Yes, lol, it's B. It's B. Golden choice on B, the golden B. B, 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 B. There you go. Money. Vote now, everyone. I see. I see. The moment I put golden choice down, you all jump in. Coin flip time? Yes. No, 50%. Nah, it's easy. Easy. Watch me do this. All right. Final call for golden choice on B, everyone. If you've yet to vote and you're listening. Boom. Yes! Yes! Burn the evil spirits! Unfortunately, no one's quite sure which furniture contains evil spirits. It's been 20 years. After all, a lot of the originals were sold or lost. Just to be safe, you have everyone burn any furniture that might be haunted. Bonfires roar in every city as people dispose of old wardrobes that creak just a little too much. More fire. Soon most of the kingdom is sitting on the floor and storing their clothes in their piles. But at least you definitely destroyed the evil spirits. Good work, everyone. Good work. They're very successful. Oh no, not this. Oh no, not this woman. Is today the day? Your Majesty, a travelling bard, says she has come to compose a song for you. Does the game? Pretty much, yeah. It's 15 years in between each reign. Mutated. Not just any bard, your highness. The best in all the land. Sally Six Fingers, they call me. Okay, yeah. Why, of course. In fact, I have the tune and verse all but ready. I've saved my best work for you, my monarch. All I require is a subject. What should I tell the masses of you? What would you like to inspire? Now, authority is what I would like, which is teach them to fear me. But I think the spirit of the character would be teach them to love me. Right? Because I'm looking after people. Oh no, but then maybe all teach them to fear me for judgmental. Tell them of how I hunt down the heretics. Yeah, we'll do teach them to fear me. I will do so, your highness, absolutely. Give me but a few weeks and everyone within the Crownlands will know of your might. Pray, I need only a small payment of 500 gold for the time, a discounted rate for one as esteemed as yourself. Just failed a 50%. That means if we fail one 50%, the next 50% is actually 100%. Right? The bard nods enthusiastically and heads out to do your bidding. Let's find out. She did it. She did it. I was right. Math good. Oh my god. For the first time in a long time. Oh man. Sally Six Fingers has done it. She has come and performed a song. And the song worked. The song is good. I repeat, the song is good. Your song has a desired effect with everyone impressed by your regal bearing. Fantastic. Spherical probabilities in a vacuum. Okay. Alright. Alright. Deep in the south, a grandee paces along the balcony of her hillside villa. It's just not enough. The peasants love Zaquin and believe the miracles, but they won't rise up to put him on the throne. Take heart, grandee. We're at the threshold. The peasants need only a small push. If only we could engineer that push. Grandee's aim is to lower stability to 4 or less. Ooh. By the inch, by the finest of margins, we might actually be able to stall out all the schemes. Counts may rebel now. You've also got 0 military. Heads up, 0 military, you may rebel. Hang up. Alright. Alright. Your Majesty, I bring bad news. An outbreak of crystal pox is ravaging the north. How many dead? Whole villages have succumbed. Crystal pox north. The disease is terribly virulent. Your Majesty, if I may make a suggestion. Victims of the crystal pox are only infectious at the boil stage. Once they are fully covered in crystals, they no longer spread the disease. Indeed, pox crystals can be harvested and used in jewellery. If we allowed the pox to spread, we could make money in the north. Bloody old gods, woman. That's heartless even for you. The only way to fight the pox is to close the roads and shut down all trade until the wave subsides. Is that what you want, for the north to lose money? Yeah. Golden choice, I'll pay you all. Quarantine the north to spread further. To prevent further spread. Prevent it. Yes, preventative measures. Yes. Vote C for golden choice, everyone. I'm going to go to the bathroom and back. I'll be back in a moment. Alrighty, is that everyone? Kitty! Why would you do this, Kitty? Greed? Blockades are placed on the roads leading in and out of the north. Nobody goes in or out. For a month, the crystal pox ravages the countryside. You voted A, right? That was Kitty Cafe I saw, I believe. I'm sure oh, okay. Typo. Typo that changed your vote from saving everyone's lives to murdering everyone. Damn. Nobody goes in or out for a month. The crystal pox ravages the countryside. When the blockades are lifted, many fields lie fallow with no farmers left to tend them. Northern villages are dotted with gleaming statues of the afflicted. But thanks to the council's quick thinking, the disease doesn't spread beyond the north's borders. Once the roads reopen, the chiefs harvest gemstones from the quarantined dead and sell them at a tidy profit. North has got 2 trade at the minute, yeah. Cult time incoming, maybe. Contested wreck. An opportunity, your greatness. The curved ship sunk last week just off our coast. I request permission to salvage the wreckage. Curved vessels are always full of valuable things. Wait. It might be off your coast, but it's in our waters. By the 9th, in fact, it's closer to our city of Serenza than any of yours. But you ceded those waters years ago in exchange for a chest of silver. We're having money troubles. Your greatness, esteemed council, don't let this liar fool you. Okay. Veto D. Well, no, I think... Why would we veto that? I don't think we would. Veto C. I think C is fine. I don't see any reason why I would do anything here, really. I'm going to do iron choice on C because I'm going to make it like, yes, I've decided this. But that's it. Vote how you please, everyone. Whoa. Okay, it's looking like B is winning out, so the grandees are going to go diving. Okay. We got a 3, a 2, a 1. What? But it's in our waters. Move over, the council's word is final, isn't it? But the operation doesn't... Every goddamn time with this event. My god. The operation doesn't even get off the ground, so to speak. The reefs where the sharks sank are dangerous and full of sharks. After dozens of divers go missing and are presumed eaten, the whole thing is called off. Counts and the grandees, we need to build up our military. Also counts and grandees. Destroy the military. God damn it. Okay, you're air. No, I don't think it is bugged. I think I'm just very unlucky. Your quest for an heir is finally complete. You stand before the council holding a small child in your arms. We got a 2. Should I die, I ask that my crown be passed down too. The council hall is filled with nervous silence. My daughter. The assembled nobles break out into polite applause. By designating an heir, you cemented the stability of the kingdom. That baby. Your Grace, may I be the first to congratulate you on the birth of your daughter? What is her name? Thrifty the Third. Several other streamers pass the majority of the time. Thrifty is just cursed. It's true. It's the same. It's the same. I fought with Sally Six Fingers doing her job for once. There might have been a shot, but no, the sharks always come. Most pleasing, Your Majesty. I'm sure little Thrifty the Third will grow up to be a chip off the old block. Congratulations on finding an heir, now you just need to fulfill your ambition to win the game. Expect a visit from the Spy Master soon. Yeah, last call for the counts to rebel. I don't think the nobody else can join you in this rebellion, really. So it's going to be you with your 0 military fighting the Grandees with their 1 military. There we go. I think the answer's clear. A pair of counts fake each other in silence. A code word is exchanged. They speak of their latest schemes. Swordfish. What happened? The kingdom was meant to be a whirlpool of chaos by now. It's more like a whirlpool of smiles and hugs. No demon will come anywhere near it. The counts aim to lower stability to 4 or less. Zero military can still win it, but it's like you need the honor guard on your side and like a few other bits. You need to do it in such a way that it will crash authority or stability to 0. Alright, looking at this. Right. I need E, the monument, if you please. E, the monument would really help me. Help me and my ambition. Other than that, let's see. What do we want? We want... The Grand Bazaar would suit the chiefs. They'd be able to pass their scheme then. And the counts and the grandees would want F the prison to lower stability. But if you want to hurt, I guess, if you are a chief, you could go for A, the library, to boost stability instead. So, I mean, the ideal for the chiefs would be A and C, and that would secure them a pass, right? But I really want E. Please, somebody put some of your pocket money on E. I'm going to start the auction now. Type !fund, followed by the letter of the item you would like to fund, followed by the amount of money you'd like to fund it with. Top 2 items at the end of the auction will be built and take effect. Bids on all other items will be refunded. You got about 40 seconds to get your funds in. Try not to miss out. As there is a delay on stream, I will type in chat when there are 10 seconds left. Oh, what do we got? F and D. Somebody put a penny, 2 pennies on the monument. The monument is at 2. 2 pennies on monument. Monument has 2 pennies on it. Can I get a raise? Can I get a raise? Can I get a 3rd penny? A 3rd penny, please. Anything. 10 seconds. Go, 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 go. Can't believe you leave me hanging. 10 whole pennies. 10 whole pennies. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much. Of course, we've built the prison and we built the Grand Bazaar. Counts can still start a rebellion. University delegation and the Gossamer Shield. Gossamer Shield first, then the university delegation. Wait. Your Highness, heed my plea. A great tragedy of our time has befallen the East. Another demon? Worse than that, I fear. An order of once great knights has fallen into disrepute. It's the order of the Gossamer Shield, Your Majesty. They're once the greatest of the knightly orders to serve the counts, their virtues extolled by bards across the land, tales that would make a troll weep. But they've been brought low. They're working as glorified bounty hunters for the South. This is a stain on the honour of the East. Nonsense. Our military has suffered setbacks recently, so we hired Gossamer Security to keep order, for a pretty penny, I might add. Gossamer Security has been solving the problems we want solved and kicking the buttocks we want kicked. Seventh Takers, Gossamer Security. How has it come to this? These are knights, not mercenaries. They need reminding of a little thing called chivalry. Please, Your Highness, I beg the council to be reasonable. You know what? We want to hire them. Hire them to join the Palace Watch. I'm a bit nervous about everything that's going on. So I'm going to put Golden Choice on C. I'm going to pay you money. Right? I'm going to pay you money to give me the Gossamer Shield. Go in there. Go on. Come and get your Golden Choice. I see some people are digging in, want to recall the order and restore its courtly dignity. Oh my god. By the 9th. By the 9th. What a time to be alive. Golden Choice. Golden Choice has failed. Alright. 3, 2, 1. Congratulations. If you voted A, every single one of you, give yourselves one, count it just one, pat on the back. You have done something which, you know, it's happened before, granted, but I didn't expect it today. By the 9th, you haven't heard the last of this. Unfortunately, with the Knights of the Gossamer Shield recalled to the east, order breaks down in the south. Fuck's sake. Raiders hide out in the desert and target trading caravans, leaving the Grandees no choice but to give their merchants hefty hazard pay. Still, the counts are pleased. Hopefully, the reputation of the order will recover. Oh, what's the university want now? Your Highness, a delegation has arrived from the university. Show them in, then. Yes, Your Highness. The Provost enters the throne room with a bow. She is bearing with her an ancient document. It is written in the Queen Hand. In the Queen Hand? This is written in the hand of Queen Alma herself. It has just been deciphered, and it declares any monarch who harms a member of the university must abdicate immediately. Really? Let me take a closer look at that. The Provost hands the document to you. It's indeed written in ancient legal tongue, impenetrable but to all but the supremely educated. Yes. We can do better. Get a pen. Your Highness, you cannot be suggesting for forging the words of Queen Alma herself. I tell you, I won't do it. Are you sure? Because I am empty, obsolete, just begging for an occupant. The Provost, a scholar of great renown accustomed to fine dining in a feather bed, is quickly persuaded to draft a new law instead. But what should this law say? Decisions. Okay, here's the thing. University must pay a large stipend to the crown. University must send scholars into the army. What's that? Let me just... The provost of the university must marry a farm animal. I mean... all of these are good, right? All of these are good. I'm getting something here. I'm getting something there. I want to get something if you get extra armies. So I want Iron Choice on B. I think that's good. I mean, I don't see why I'd go any particular way. I don't like the fact that the scholars were scheming against me. Is the gist of this, by the way. If you're trying to get at why I've been hostile to them. They've schemed against me. They've plotted against me. They're undermining my rule, getting underfoot. I don't mind which one we do. C is good because it'll thwart the Counts and Grandees. B is good because military is rough right now. And A is very good because money. Vote how you please, everyone. Well, there we go. What military do you get from that? The provost nods and sets to work fairly contently. The document is created and entered into law shortly afterwards. Scholars young and old and extremely old are given uniforms to march away to defend the kingdom's borders. Send them into exile. There you go, Counts. You're welcome. One whole point of military. Don't spend it all at once, okay? At the start of your reign, you said you wanted to be the greatest monarch who ever lived. Is 5 enough for this? I don't think it is. But so far, you've not convinced anyone. Your authority is still lackluster, Your Majesty. Your current ambition isn't working out for you. If you want to stop the nobles from overthrowing you, you need to pivot. Change your image. My advice would be to infiltrate each region with loyal spies. Defeat their schemes with schemes of our own, but your other advisors have other ideas. The common folk are a sleeping giant. Even the nobles are afraid to wake. If you become beloved by the peasants, the nobles won't dare overthrow you for fear of revolution. Here's another idea. Declare war on Ashmead. The nobles will forget their schemes if you win. Don't listen to these fools. Have you heard of the Scepter of Sages? It's a lost artifact forged by Queen Alma the Wise. There's a legend that any monarch who recovers it will rule over a golden age. So, by virtue of the sign, faith is our second archetype, so we got one faith option. We're going to recover the Scepter of Sages. A wise decision, Your Majesty. I'll begin sending out adventurers to track down the Scepter's location. But the adventurers aren't cheap. Your priority is to raise the kingdom's overall faith and trade as much as you can. And of course, there can't be open rebellion among the nobles. Wait, what? Oh, sorry, I didn't see that. Wait for what, Luca? Oh, for you to rebel? Alright, here's the deal. I'm finishing my drink. If you're a count and you want to rebel... Oh, okay, you're gonna do it. You're actually doing it, you fools. I'm gonna destroy you. 2 counts meet on the outskirts of a barren farm, whipping at their long cloaks. Good news in the capital, my friend. Well, bad news, but good for us. Yes, fires, wanted, murdered, giant spiders. All that and more. The fabric between worlds is wearing thin. Time is ripe to summon a demon. But which honoured guest should we invite? Azard, Lord of Dismay, the Seventh God's Smile, that involves lowering faith. Or Belafamina, the Hunger in Absence, Queen of Corruption, Ray's Own Trade. What will it be? Okay, Queen of Corruption it is. Belafamina will bring pestilence and starvation to the land. She is perfect for our plans. When she arrives, the crown will be ours for the taking. Her summoning ritual requires rare reagents from all across Celestaff. The petals of a Sarachanese orchid, the eye of an Ateshi salamander. Indeed, we'll stockpile resources before initiating the rite. There's no time to waste. For the final stage of their scheme, the counts must raise their trade to at least 10. The south swells with a sudden influx of devotees from across the kingdom. They've come to see the Ninth Herald, Zaquin, in action. In the picturesque town of Aranjar, the Grandee's holy claimant delivers a speech to raucous applause. 2 figures stand in an alcove nearby. If our army was strong enough, we could take the palace by force. A crusade? That sounds promising. Though I suggest we leave it up to the Ninth God. Surely he will intervene on Zaquin's behalf. Will it be launch a holy war or pray for a miracle? What's it going to be, Grandees? Ray's own military or Ray's own faith? Will the rebellion? Yeah, it'll start next turn. Coin toss. We're launching a holy war. We want to raise our military. As the vote is called, cheers erupt in the cramped hall of Grandee Morgrimmoon's villa. But a Ninth God? Death to the Pretender! Death to Monarch Thrifty II! For the final stage of their scheme, the Grandees must raise their military to at least 5. Well, we need loyal servants ready to fight and kill for us. My chiefs, my Grandees, the counts have raised their banners in defiance. Can I trust in you to stand with the crown? By the way, here's 700 gold each. Maybe. Oh, well, 700 gold buys me a maybe. Thanks. Thanks. Okay, let's do Rebellion, then Opening Strike, then Knightly Virtue? Wait, is this because of the, does the Gossamer Shield have something to do with rebelling? Huh. We'll get to that, that'll be interesting. I ain't seen that one, I don't think. At long last, the counts have reached their boiling point. You're confronted in your throne room by Conte. The flower is baklava. Their smile is sharp as a scalpel. The counts of the east will bring you down, pretender to the throne. We will rise up and fight for Zagana, the true queen. This is a formal declaration of war. The next time we see each other, we'll be on the battlefield. Seize them! Come along now. Traitors get the chop. Heretics. All the event chains have a rebellion-specific cancellation event. Oh, okay. What? But you can't do this. I'm an envoy. See? See how the monarch's tyranny grows worse by the day? Salutes for Flower. Flower the first is going to die here. Your watchman wastes no time. Conte, the flower's baklava, is dragged out to the courtyard, and their head is struck from their shoulders. I didn't expect them to move so boldly, Your Majesty. Salutes, everyone. Kill count is up to 2 today. Baklava the second will join. I didn't even vote to rebel. I'm sorry, they sent you. Sorry, Flower. I didn't expect them to move so boldly. What are our chances? Pretty good. The Counts aren't exactly a military powerhouse. I hope they don't persuade any other regions to join our rebellion. That would be disastrous. How did things get this bad? My spawn will avenge me. I hope your spawn survives the coming civil war. The leader of the rebellion is Count Luca. As reason for the uprising, he's citing your history of petty transgressions against the Counts. I didn't even do anything worth mentioning. Alright. Let's just go kill them all. Yes, Your Majesty, hold on to that feeling. You'll need it. So this is it? Civil war? That's right, Your Majesty. The kingdom is divided. There'll be a lot of death and suffering before this is all over. I can't wait. I'll go dig out the trebuchets. Counts used you, Flower. They did. It's been a long time coming. Over 300 years ago, the East was conquered, but before that we were our own rulers, with a lineage of monarchs stretching back 1,000 years. The glory days. Indeed. The East was once its own proud kingdom, and that is why we must rise up. By placing Zagana on the throne, we will reclaim all we have lost. But first we must decide on tactics. My fellow counts, I ask you, how shall we strike first? We can launch preemptive strike against the Grand East to cripple their military capabilities. If we suspect the chiefs may join our cause, we can call them to war. They'll be more likely to join us if the monarch's authority is low. We could also call upon the church to condemn the monarch, or finally, you could send off an assassin to nip this in the bud. So yeah, what's the plan there, chiefs? Preemptive strike on Grandees, call upon the chiefs, petitioning the support from the church is the best chance you've got. Or you can send an assassin, which Flower is going to pay for as the wealthiest count. Let's see what calling upon the chiefs will do. 40%. Oh, 40% is actually 100%. Yo. Yo. Well, I mean, it is for me. Let's see if it is for you. It is. My good word. The Count smuggled a secret message to the chiefs. Brave chiefs of the north, for too long you have suffered under the yoke of the crown's tyranny. The monarch refuses to acknowledge your faith. Come and join us in war. He speaks truly. Why did we never think of things this way? The chiefs are emboldened by the call to rebellion. Of course, they can only act on it if their defiance is high enough. Something's wrong with the 40% rolls? Maybe. Your Majesty, you remember how Count Luca wanted the Order of Gossamer Shield returned to its romantic roots? What's happening in the East now? He loved the idea of courtly knights in principle, but in practice it turns out he prefers winning battles. I'm afraid the other Eastern Knights have been taking lessons from the brutal methods of the Gossamer Shield. Those damn those knights. I wanted them. But it's not all bad, Your Majesty. The Order of the Gossamer Shield are mercenaries at heart. The money can't last forever. Oh. Yo! That was the trade-off. Okay. Okay. We can live with this. That's fine. That's fine. That's very nice, in fact. Very, very nice. This rebellion had better win, you guys, or else you're going to be stuck trying to chase 10 trade. We're good. 2 bug reports in this game alone? Oh, really? Was that a bug? Chiefs may join the rebellion if they so choose. Oh no. Did I read over a typo? Oh, okay. Yeah, chiefs are going to rebel. Alright, we'll start with defectors, mustering an army and then a great battle. Your Majesty, my agents are everywhere. Busy times right now. I've heard something particularly interesting. Tell me, tell me, tell me. Of course there are dissenters among the Eastern troops who want a conflict as little as we do. My agents could use them to sow opposition amongst their ranks. It would be dangerous, but it could significantly damage enemy morale. Or we could lure them to join northern troops. Some of the chiefs might resent hosting turncoats, but it may be practical. Mustard or him, remember your vows, fulfill them all to lord and land. You can golden choice B, we need money? No. I reckon Eastern morale. I reckon golden choice for my loyalists on A. Golden choice. Chiefs are divided. They don't know where to go. Some of them have already thrown themselves in with the rebels. That'll do. Golden choice on A. Last call for any chiefs or grandees listening in who have yet to vote. Golden choice on A. If your account you are rebelling, ergo you cannot vote. 3, 2, 1. There we go. In the coming weeks, the Spymaster's agents get to work subtly spreading word about how badly the Counts are at handling the Civil War. One evening, the Marshal strides in, her hair ray and streaked with blood. I've no idea what the Spymaster's been up to, and I don't care to know. But Eastern morale has dropped through the floor. Something's shaking them up, that's for sure. Whatever you're doing, keep it up. Along the eastern border, a few campfires are dotted across the hills. Some soldiers mill about randomly, looking scared. The Count's troops are gathering, but it's distinctly unimpressive. This is the best force we could muster, is it? No, as a matter of fact, this is only the beginning. I've considered several proposals to further bolster our army for the trials ahead. Hire mercenaries from Ashmead, conscript a mass of peasant levies, or the existing Eastern army will be enough. Faith is too low to call upon a holy order, so either your trading counts, it's time to vote, hire mercenaries for Ashmead, conscript peasant levies, or say enough is enough. Your trading way trade or farming. Wow, farming goes down. Another one. I think it's 2 for 2 if I remember right. Yeah. The East has a long-standing tradition of sending our peasants off to serve as human shields for our real soldiers. But the Counts pull the peasants off the fields and thrust spears into their callous hands. This will mean a few bad harvests for sure, but the East can survive that, right? A great battle. Vast armies darken the landscapes like the shadows of clouds. Flags are flying, drums are pounding in rhythm with the marching of boots. The kingdom is gripped with civil war. At least that's what you imagine. Most of your time is spent in the safety of your palace, poring over a giant map with your marshal. Your Majesty, the army of the East is advancing on the capital, led by that treacherous cur, Count Luca. I've received word from the commander of our loyalist forces in the north. If they march now, they'll intercept the Counts in a matter of days. Alternatively, they could join forces with the army of the south. It's risky, but together they'd have a higher chance of defeating the accursed Counts. What are your orders, Your Majesty? All right, chiefs. Fight the army head on. Very well, Your Majesty. I'll relay your orders to Chief Mutated Zombie Bush, commander in the field. Hopefully they'll do as they're told. God knows treachery can thrive on a battlefield. We have our orders, but should we follow them? Shit. Northerners, what's it going to be? I'm going to go to the bathroom while you vote. Well, here we are. This is rough. I'm telling you that one. The whole city holds its breath. You stew in your palace, waiting anxiously for your marshal's return. She finally bursts into your throne room. Those damn cowards! Cravens! Treacherous, yellow-bellied, lily-livered, chicken-hearted bastards! How did the battle go? There wasn't a damn battle! Instead of engaging the enemy or linking up with the grandees, the chiefs told their army to just hang back, do nothing. They sat pretty in their camp and scratched their asses while the entire Eastern army walked on by. I'll have their heads for this. If you win, which now looks a lot less likely. You have no choice but to rely upon the grandees. It all come down to the next battle, your majesty. The fate of the kingdom hangs in the balance, and I will lead the troops personally this time. I must advise against this. You'll be in great danger, and as inspiring as your presence may be to the troops, your death or severe injury would destroy their morale completely. You must protect me then. No, I'm sick of waiting around. A good old Ragnarok becoming rebellion. Classic chief move. It is indeed. Very well, your majesty. I will prepare your armor and horse. We ride at dawn. Oh, lordy. Okay. So, we're in the final quarter. Things are looking a bit rough. But, you know, where there's life, there's hope. More treachery than the opening strike. Oh, wait, opening strike, more treachery, final battle. Okay. My dear chiefs in the north, thank you for joining us in our righteous war against the tyrant Monarch Thrifty II. Bye. It's no trouble. Point us in the right direction. We'll start chopping heads off. All in good time, my friend. First, you must decide where to direct your opening strike. We can launch a preemptive strike against the grandees to cripple their military. If we suspect the grandees may join our cause, we can call them to war. They'll be more likely to join us if the monarch's authority is low. Or finally, you could send off an assassin to nip this in the bud. Dishonourable, of course, but convenient. Alright, chiefs, what's it gonna be? You wouldn't beat up the grandees before the final battle, would you? Sons of the east of the north, my brothers. I see in your eyes the same fear that would take the heart of me. Oh, really? Yeah, you're quoting Aragon. You've got a battle coming up, 14 military against 3. Stand and fight with me against this motley assortment of southern peasants. Okay. Screw that. Chiefs launch a surprise attack on the south. They catch a regiment of Southern Army unawares, spring an ambush, slaughtering them to a man. Common folk whisper that the battleground will be stained red for a generation. The gods are good. Down with the monarch. Northern soldiers return home in triumph, leaving the south devastated in their wake. News, your majesty. The north has sent a horde of berserker warriors to support the counts in the field. Have they turned against us? Afraid so. The chiefs have formally joined the rebellion, declaring you a tyrant. I won't lie, your majesty, the odds are stacked against us now. Here we go. The night before the final battle. The atmosphere in the southern camp is subdued. Everyone knows the counts are a formidable foe. On the journey, you've had to leave most of the luxuries of a monarch behind, but your marshal is good enough to ensure the royal command tent is always well stocked with wine. Drink only enough to steady your nerves. You take a sip, your hands tremble only slightly. Tomorrow we fight. How are you feeling, Your Majesty? A little nervous. Entirely natural, Your Majesty. Anyone who's not nervous doesn't understand a tactical situation. Now that you're here, you need to lead your troops, otherwise morale will plummet. Of course. I'm glad you understand. The next day, at an ungodly hour, you climb up onto your warhorse and ride out with your troops to meet the counts on the battlefield. The sky is blood red. Flags whip in the wind, horns blow, drums beat. Both sides are in battle formations. The enemy visible only as 1,000 gleams of sword and armour. Your troops are looking at you, they expect a speech. Today's the day! Brave warriors of the south! Before us the pagan and the cultist have gathered, here to deliver their heads up onto us, as we go with glory, under the care of the ninth god himself. Suffer not the cultist to live, suffer not the pagan. My rule is a divine rule, and we shall work with great purpose this day. Know this, if we die today, we die in glory. But try not to die. The soldiers reply with a half-hearted 40% fails me now? Their hearts aren't really in it? Charge! We're going ourselves. Your warhorse surges forward, sweat streaming from its flanks. You raise your sword, and for a beautiful moment it catches the crimson light of the sun. The army roars and rumbles into motion behind you. When you reach the enemy lines, however, things get a lot more complicated. It's pure chaos, soldiers screaming and rolling around in the mud, blades flashing and clashing, blood spurting. At some point your warhorse is cut down, but you roll out from under it and spring back up. Waving your sword, your soldiers roar with renewed vigour. Lead your troops! Lead your troops to victory! 30%! What could go wrong? You shout to your soldiers and hold firm in the face of eastern onslaught. And inch by bloody inch you push them back. Back! Back, I say! Rip and tear! Rip and tear! The battle lasts for hours. And then in an instant it's over. The counts and the chiefs are running. Your soldiers cheer and chase them down, shoving swords into their fleeing backs. Victory! Glorious victory! Blood! Blood for the ninth god! Ha ha! That's battle fever. You'll be chasing your high for the rest of your life. After the battle is won comes the bloody unpleasant business of hunting down and killing the enemy before they can regroup. Their screaming faces will haunt you for a long time. After that comes celebration. Your soldiers rampage around camp drunk and singing, happy to see another nightfall. Meanwhile, you and your marshal retreat to your tent to plan your next move. That explains a lot about the marshal. Addicted to battle highs, yeah? This is absolute nonsense. We can still win. Anyone can win now. I can't shake the feeling that we've missed something. What did we miss? The chiefs with 10 military. Just looming in the background. No need to fret, Your Majesty. Everything is perfectly. In that moment, a frantic soldier bursts in. Your Majesty, we received word from our scouts. I don't quite know how to say this. Spit it out, damn you. Yes, ma'am. The counts must have split their forces. The army we defeated was a diversion. They got another regiment making its way through the Crown Lands. They'll be outside the capital in a matter of days, and the grandees are too far away to help. Whoa. What do we do? We must prepare for a siege. We've got a lot of work to do. Build up the capital's fortifications, stockpile food, trade up a citizen's militia. But don't worry, Your Majesty. This is the last-ditch ploy of a defeated enemy. We need to outlast the siege and the Grandees will come to our rescue. Oh my god. Okay, well, I didn't expect to be here. But it's good to be here. Honestly thought I was going to die back there. Here we are. Well, the Grandees can buy a slight upgrade to their army. With E, the fortress. And I don't even remember what the others were doing. I guess the counts were going for trade? As were the chiefs. They wanted the counts trade up, right? I mean, Grandees want E, the fortress, ultimately. And B, the library for some stability would also be nice. Here's a list of everyone and all their money. Starting the auction. Type !fund, followed by the letter of the item you would like to fund, followed by the amount of money you'd like to fund it with. Top 2 items at the end of the auction will be built and take effect. Everything else will be refunded. You have about 40 seconds to make any funds. But there's a slight delay on stream, so I'll type in chat when there are 10 seconds left. E is strong. I think E is going to go through. Okay, what do we got? What do we got? 10 seconds. E and B. Who put bids on B there? That was good. Wolf Warrior. Hey. I see that. That was nice. That was nice. 4 to 4 on the rebellion scale. Okay. Let's work through ground shaking and then deadly disease. The chiefs are digging tunnels under our walls, your majesty. By all that is holy, northern troops could boil up from underground anywhere in the city, even under your very throne. I placed bronze bowls of water inside the city walls. Judging by the size of the ripples, we've worked out where the tremors are coming from. It's a rough measurement for certain, but we must act now. What would the council have me do? We want to smoke them out, I believe. Loyalists, vote C to smoke them out, and then I'll do golden choice on the next one. Yeah, no, there's another vote coming up, so give me smoke them out for a bit more authority, and then next one I'll do golden choice. Vote C, my loyal grandees. I can't even believe this. This is so big. Are we actually going to skid through by the skin of our teeth on this one? We can't yeah, exactly. I 0% chance we're not doing that. And flooding the water, I know that one can damage the city, which I don't want to risk. After days of exploratory digging, your tunnelers meet up with the northern tunnels. Your marshal immediately sets up a large set of bellows and several tons of burning feathers, pumping the tunnels with arc smoke. The sound of the enemy soldiers coughing is music to your ears. Once the tunnel is abandoned, you burn the wooden braces and collapse it entirely. Success, but hardly a victory. None of their troops were killed, but you fended them off for the time being. On the other hand, wartime feather supplies run dangerously low. Here we are. Your Majesty, I have good news and bad news. Which would you like first? Let's start with the bad. There's an outbreak of a rare disease called Timian's pox inside the city walls. Civilians are dying by the hundreds, and it'll spread to our garrisons if we're not careful. Okay, that's pretty bad news. What about the good news? I have a plan for how we can use this disease against our enemies. After all, they're but a stone's throw from our walls these days. Do go on. Timian's pox is spread by close contact to infected individuals, as well as through rats and fleas. It'd be a trivial matter to spread such a disease to the traitors outside our walls. Overconfident and people favourite? What are you saying? I mean, I think I would do this anyway, wouldn't I? Because I want to punish the frickin' traitors outside. Protector? I mean, how can I can't protect them. I can't protect them from a disease. I don't think that's a possibility in this. Devious and despicable, I love it. I knew you'd agree. Ooh, okay. Now I know contain and eliminate the disease is up there. Alright. We're just going to contain and eliminate the disease. 48 is a weird number as well. I am tempted to spread it to the besiegers, but you're right, now I remember the options because I can see them. I'm going to pay you all to look after the peasants. We got to protect them and we got to stop this disease. Okay? Grandees only. Golden choice on B. Turned 48 this week. Happy birthday. Good job. Love the crown. Not sure you deserve it though. I'm working on deserving it. We'll see if I deserve it after this civil war is done. It's siege o'clock. It is indeed. Alright, there we go. The citizens of the capital are your primary concern, so you divert your attention towards them. Unfortunately, the disease spreads rapidly, though not uncontrollably so. Many people die, but the pox is contained mostly to certain districts. Most importantly, the nobles and the rebels are unaffected. The siege continues as much as it did before. Chiefs and counts march through the Crownlands, pillaging and burning. The roads are heaving with refugees, and corpses clog the rivers. Now the capital is surrounded, you stand on the ramparts of your palace, staring out in dismay at army camps stretching for miles around the city walls. Get down from there, your majesty, if they get lucky with a crossbow bolt. What are we supposed to do? The grandees are still out there, your majesty. Okay. The ninth god will decide our fate. As you finish your sentence, an immense trebuchet hurls a 10-ton boulder towards the capital. It crashes into a nearby clock tower, smashing it to smithereens. Like I said, your majesty, you'd better get inside. Hey, grandees. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. I want it to be known that however this ends, I got you. Oh, 4-4. I think I'm gonna win, right? Siege grinds on and on and on. Siege grinds on and on and on. Another dawn breaks. The combined armies of the chiefs and the counts are sprawled outside your city walls. For the last 3 weeks they have tried to get in. The siege drags on and your food supplies are dwindling. The streets outside your palace explode in daily riots as the citizens demand to be fed. Don't worry, Thrifty, the Grandees will be here to save us soon enough, I'm sure of it. As evening draws in, the horns blast outside the city walls. The counts and the chiefs are mounting a final attack. We're good. We're good. The sun rises on a city in turmoil. The chiefs and the counts began their assault last night, and you've heard nothing outside but the screams and howls and clash of blades. Half the capital is in flames. Soldiers rush back and forth shouting panicked orders. You haven't seen your marshal since the night before. Perhaps she's already dead. Your honour guard are in the streets outside the palace, building a barricade and organising last-ditch defences. Vital work, but you're vulnerable without them by your side. The royal court is empty except for you, your wife and your daughter cradled in the arms of her nanny. Her crying is giving you a headache. There must be a way out of here, right? Some secret passage you've been saving for a rainy day? Tell me this isn't the end. Ask the spy master. Your Majesty, you must see this. Follow me. She leads you and Bellona up onto the palace walls, where you look out over an endless mass of soldiers rampaging through the streets of the city. In the darkness of dawn, you can barely make them out. Only silhouettes and countless glimmers of torches. You duck a burning arrow as it sails overhead. Why did you bring me here? Look closer, Your Majesty. The army is shifting and convulsing like a great beast in pain. Trumpets, horns trumpet, hooves thunder. The Grandees have arrived in full force. A mighty hammer, taking the counts and the chiefs by surprise and smashing them against the walls of the city. Is this victory? After that, it's just mopping up. The counts and the chiefs make a brave final stand, but they don't stand a chance. Their armies are crushed. As dawn, rebels' corpses clog the rivers and blanket the city streets. The crows feast like never before. Soon the Southern Army is parading through the city, waving their banners and showing off their loot, the conquering heroes. Meanwhile, Count Luca, leader of the rebellion, is brought to you in chains. The common folk crowd into the palace to watch the trial. One trade! Get in there! We need a strong monarch for this kingdom. You weren't up to the task. Death. Stiff-backed and silent Count Luca is dragged out to the city square and led up onto a platform before the roaring masses. Luca, any last words? Thrifty II killing 3 people themselves? Pretty much. I think Grim Dawn, if the rebellion has more points than the Monarch, the rebellion wins. If it's a tie, the Monarch wins. See you all later. Okay, Luca. The executioner's axe falls. The head bounces into the crowd and the common folk kick it around and cheer. Luca the First has been killed. Luca the Second will take their place on the council. Salutes in chat. You gotta love it. You gotta love a plucky little count that tried to rebel with 1 military. He'll count up to 3. And just like that, the East and the North are defeated. The kingdom is yours again. He nearly won too. He nearly did. Oh, victory for the rebellion. That's right. Okay, it's similar, but it changes towards the end. As you sit replacent atop your throne, the common folk raise a mighty cheer. Long live the monarch, they shout. Long live the monarch. Oh. Oh. Well, here we are, everyone. I think the chiefs and the counts are out of it. I mean, I guess the chiefs could get an extra 2 trade between the counts and grandees to pass the second stage. Grandees may get a shot at getting some extra military. No, they need 2 more military. The monk. And an invitation. Your Majesty, a young southern monk named Gilderfrith seeks an audience. He's writing a book and has a small request. I can vouch for his seriousness. Show him in. Thank you for seeing me, Your Majesty. I'm writing a history of your reign, but research is costly. I was wondering if you might donate a little to support my efforts. Portray me as a living god. Goodbye, Luca. Hey, thank you. Everyone say goodbye to Luca in chat. We'll be playing again next week, next Sunday. We'll be carrying on the same save file. Portray me as a living god. I am a war hero after all now. Well, I try to be an unbiased historian, but for you, Your Majesty, I'll make the exception. Thank you for seeing him, Your Majesty. Is that all? Yes, Your Majesty. Gilderfrith is a very deliberate historian. I doubt his book will be ready for decades. Your Majesty. Oh, Emperor's here. Hello, Emperor. Welcome. Sorry, I didn't see you join. Have I missed anyone else? Where is Emperor? Oh, there you are. Welcome on in. Thank you for joining. I see Red Deucer in chat. Red Deucer. Oh, you're in the Chiefs. There you are. Did I miss anyone else? No, it doesn't look like it. Your Majesty, it is my singular honour to invite you to attend the annual Night of the Seven Pyres celebration. I look forward to attending. We are blessed. I trust you're willing to finance and organise one of the pyres. It's customary for the monarch to do so if they're in attendance. I'll make sure it's a night to remember. I look forward to it, Your Majesty. Okay. Where's the other... Oh yeah, we've done them both. So, Ambition, our first chance at the Ambition. Your Majesty, I have the most exciting news. Our hired adventurers have discovered an ancient manuscript hidden deep beneath the mountains. It speaks of the Sceptre of Sages and was written by Queen Alma herself. Worried about what would happen to the kingdom after she died, she hid the Sceptre of Sages so our enemies couldn't find it. Good work, Treasurer! It's in a warren of caves within the Blackworld Forest. Your Majesty, near the capital, it's been under our noses this entire time. I've taken the liberty of sending out more adventurers. They'll clear the area to get inside. Excellent. Send them on their way. As you wish, Your Majesty. Soon the adventurers return. The Treasurer comes to tell you news. 40%. 40%. Have they found anything? 40%. 40. It's official. The age of 40% is over. Thus begins the age of 30%. Goodbye, mutated zombie. Have a good weekend. See you next time. Everyone say goodbye to mutated in chat. It's proving difficult, Your Majesty. It's practically a maze down there, and the adventurers decided it wasn't lucrative enough. They've left the kingdom for Artesh. Alright, we'll try again. Taking too long. Yeah, I know. We've... Goddamn rebellions, you know what I mean? I'll see what I can do. There are plenty of others we can hire. Yeah, faith and trade, yada yada yada. Okay, we got to survive the next 5 events. Right, Chiefs and Council want Seed, a Grand Bazaar. Grandees want F the Fortress. I mean, it's as simple as that. Here's a list of you all and your money. Who else joined there? Did somebody else join? Oh, Sun P, welcome. We're going to start the auction now. Type exclamation mark fund, followed by the letter of the item you would like to fund, followed by the amount of money you'd like to fund it with. Top 2 items at the end of this auction will be built and take effect. Bids on other items will be refunded. You have about 40 seconds to get your funding in, but there's a slight delay on stream, so I'll type in chat when there are 10 seconds left. I finally caught a stream after a month. Hey, listen, Cernp. We're in extra innings here. We had a civil war and everything. We're running on fumes here, so we ran extra rather than anything else. But welcome on in. Glad to have you. 10 seconds. Go, 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 go. As predicted. Fortress and Grand Bazaar. There we go. Plague of Rats, falsely accused, bankruptcy. Let's start with a Plague of Rats. Count Brave Sir Robert II strides into the council chambers, distraught, waving a dead rat by its tail. Built a pair of fortresses. Nice. The fields and barns of the east. You could become a disciple of the Saint Morgrim. Saint Umber. Anyway, sorry, I'll get back to this. The fields and the barns of the east are overrun by vermin. And with no more poison for these horrible things, we can't cope anymore. We can say take that rat and go, the east can handle this alone. Or we can deliver rat poison. Big fort builder, mega forts. Oh my god, where's my glass gone? Oh. Okay, alright, I see the way the wind is blowing on that one. You send barrels of poison to the east. They're closely guarded, but during the night one of the barrels goes missing. Word gets out and rumours erupt. Who stole the barrel? Is it an assassination plot? Is the monarch poisoning citizens of the east? Was the rat infestation a cover story all along? The rats die off, but the unrest remains. The missing poison is never found. That's all? A bit of defiance? Yeah. Your Majesty, I bring news from our newly constructed prison in the south. Yes, Gibbo? One of the prisoners, a murderous rogue by the name of Gwynstock Bruce, has escaped. His location is currently... The double doors bang open. A grubby-looking peasant strides into the council chamber, escorted by an anxious watchman. In this room? Sorry, Your Majesty, he said it was urgent. And he was pretty persuasive. Your Majesty, I swear I am innocent. Grandee Gibbonexus threw me in prison on trumped-up charges simply because I said I didn't like his hat. Haha, Your Highness! I have no idea what this fool is talking about. I don't know, what would I do? Oi, Madge? Oi, Madge? I think I would want to... Well, I don't want to put him back in prison. Maybe investigate? I'm not sure. Well, no, I'm not worried. I'm worried about, like, what point... I want to protect the peasant, I think, is the main thing. From being abused by the justice system and by the nobles. That's what we're looking at here. Okay, 6-2. Pretty straightforward. By the knife, Your Majesty, you're going to investigate me on the word of this peasant? Spymaster slips away to investigate the matter. When she returns, she's holding a hat. There's no doubt about it, Your Majesty. I'm actually quite like the hat. It's stylish. But Quinstock Poos was imprisoned on spurious charges simply for insulting it under his breath. Now, what are you going to do about it? Free him and imprison Gibbonexus instead. Gibbo, can't believe you'd abuse your power like this. It takes 7 watchmen to restrain Grandee Gibbonexus as he's dragged down to your dungeons. While the common folk celebrate, salutes in chat. Gibbo has been chucked in prison. Gibbo the second will be joining us. He'll count number 4. The common folk celebrate Quinstock Poos's exoneration. It's also taken as a sign that the monarch's justice is flawed. The treasury is almost empty, Your Highness. What can we do? Apart from raising taxes, we have precious few options. You could get a bank loan, sell off the crown jewels, or perhaps crack open some of your predecessors' tombs. Most were buried with piles of gold, or so I've heard. A hefty loan would be the best move. No. Just take out a loan. Banker Salvant and Gaul operate from the fabulously wealthy Republic of Kurth. All the way across the Western Sea, they assure you, however, that they maintain total independence from the Republic. The banker they send to take your signature has delicate hands and sharp teeth. He watches as you put pen to paper, eyes glittering. You're making an excellent decision, Your Majesty. You shall pay us back with 25% interest in 1 year. Saddling the kingdom in debt isn't great optics, but you had no other choice. I wouldn't dig up my ancestors. And I'm not going to sell off things. I think we can pay off that debt with a little tax here. A little bit of tax. Oh, jailbreak. Oh my god. Not after you saw what happened with Umber the Kind of Just. Umber the Kind of Just is bouncing around. Okay, jailbreak. What's going on? Your Highness, do you remember Grandee Gibbonexus? Oh, the fellow who threw in my dungeon last week, yes. That's right, my uncle. You threw him in prison for falsely impersonating a peasant. Well, he escaped. He cunningly concealed his escape tunnel behind a 6-foot-wide oil painting of cavorting nymphs. Thanks to my ancestors, why was this villain allowed such a painting in his cell at all? A villain or not, Gibbonexus was a grandee, and was accommodated for accordingly, at the grandee's request. Let me hunt down this outlaw, your highness. That was a rare look at the watch captain, by the way. I'll show you these soft-hearted grandees how a chief keeps his prisoners. I reckon I will pay you golden choice on a send Chief Sunpee down to hunt down Gibbonexus. I can't believe Gibbo would act out like this after we just had a massive victory. He falsely imprisoned a peasant and then escaped jail himself. A for golden choice, everyone. Pious Lich, who doesn't stop the church from also running around trying to lay Umber back to final rest again. Like, the way I view it, Umber woke up, he glanced over to the east where there were ghouls running around and a cult worshipping the arm of a demonic god that was shooting lasers and beating up armies. And he glanced over to the north. I believe the Ofranda showed up for a bit. And we had the haunted furniture. What else happened in the north? Other bits may have happened. But he's just looking around like, Alright, time to get to work fixing all this then. Right, we're sending Chief Sunpee down. 3, 2, 1. I swear by the old gods, your highness, I won't let you down. I won't return until I've taken Gibbonexus's head. Next dawn, surrounded by a posse of hollering northern warriors, Chief Sunpee rides out to hunt down Gibbonexus. A week later, he returns triumphant, holding Gibbonexus's head as a trophy. Oh, Gibbo. Oh, no. But when you examine the head waving away flies, you realise it's not Gibbonexus at all, it's someone else entirely. Wait, this isn't the outlaw? Oh, by old hell's horn. That's not Grandee Gibbonexus, that's Grandee Gibbonexus II. Ah, ha, ha, oops. Simple case of mistaken identity, I assure you, they look so similar. Sunpee. How could you kill Gibbonexus II has been beheaded, everyone. Sorry about that. Bit of a mistake, few crossed wires. Salutes in chat, Gibbonexus the third will be joining the council. Terribly sorry, Gibbo. I appear to have killed you twice in 2 seasons. Sunpee, we're going to throw you in Gibbonexus's old cell. Your watch officers grab the Chief Sunpee under the elbows and begin dragging him away. Everything I said about prison cells being too cushy for nobles, that was bluster. You know I don't really mean it, right? Sunpee has been in prison. Salutes in chat. Sunpee II will join the council. That puts us up to 6 kills today. Very productive day for killing off members of the council. Sorry to Gibbo, sorry to Sunpee, sorry for everyone for witnessing that. It's terrible. How funny would it be if I also used the tunnel? I imagine that's a possibility, but maybe not. Somewhere out there, Grandee Gibbonexus remains at large, and the Monarch's justice looks weaker than ever. Oh my god, a trade opportunity. Your Majesty, the North is riddled with forgotten ruins. I recently hired explorers from the Adventurers Guild to delve under my lands. They've retrieved a number of artifacts, cursed swords, enchanted jewels, that sort of thing. My fellow chiefs have plenty of that stuff, but perhaps I could hold an auction for the counts and grandees? Absolutely not. These sound like pagan relics. They should be confiscated and melted down by the Holy Inquisition. What's the... pagan? The Inquisitor is right. Yeah, I hate pagans. As ever, can we have that statement engraved on the walls of the council hall? By odd hell's horn, I won't let you vultures get your hands on my artifacts, not without the council's backing. Okay. It's a matter of faith. Come now. We're not going to let these pagan trinkets to spread throughout the kingdom. I would very much prefer C over B, but I can't twist your arm on it. This is a new one as well. I don't know how this event triggers. I haven't seen this one. Maybe I've seen it once before, but I don't think I have. What do I get with an 8 on the personality thing? Let me... not the sign, the nobles. Greed is good. You want to hoard wealth. Vote to enrich yourself. And refuse to spend money on auctions. There you are. Okay. Jobs are good in there. Pagan artifacts for the pagans in the north. Cowards, a lot of you. This auction could have bought you great riches, and if you just dare defy the Inquisitor's will. Nah. Alright. Here we go. The Scepter of Sages. Fingers crossed. I sent more adventurers to search the Blackworld Forest for Queen Alma's labyrinth, Your Majesty. They've just returned from their expedition. Most delightful news, Your Majesty. Yes. The adventurers have found a golden door beneath the forest which matches the description in Queen Alma's manuscript. That event is the chief trying to raise others' trade. Ah, okay, so that's what triggered it. Wonderful. The scepter should be hidden within, but the Scepter of Sages can only be found by a monarch who is strong of purpose and true of heart. Well, oh, that's me. Yes, indeed, Your Majesty. I'm sure I agree. But unfortunately, it's not me who decides. Queen Alma wrote a ritual for the monarch to prove themselves worthy of the scepter. If we go to that cave, I can read out the relevant passages while you set it all up. You make the arrangements. Bring a procession of horses, food and drinks, adventurer guides, a little travelling desk for the treasurer to the Blackworld Forest. Your wife comes too, riding beside you. Such a wonderful chance for the kingdom. The scepter will bring in a golden age. The adventurers lead you inside the cave, holding flaming torches to light your way. Soon the tunnel grows horribly cramped, and you bend double to squeeze through. Don't worry, Thrifty. The second. We'll pull through together and get through it. You walk for what feels like hours. Just as you might have lost hope, you reach the golden door, exactly as the adventurers described. It will open only for the faithful. Close your eyes, Your Majesty. Concentrate. Concentrate and breathe. 90%. Thank you, everyone. It has been a privilege and an honour for today's game. GG's all round. Stick around and we'll have a vote on the Monarch's, well, Queen Thrifty the Third's personality. What a... wow. That was a close one there. I really thought I was going to die in that civil war. Anyway, yes, thank you to all the grandees. Let's read the words of the treasurer. A bright golden light flares behind your eyes, but you keep your breath steady. You hear the door rumble open. When you open your eyes, the tunnel ahead is utterly dark. Even the torches do not illuminate it. As soon as you step into the chamber, the torches snuff out. A hideous scream echoes from below. The adventurers scramble into protective stance, while the treasurer wails, "Oh, this is awful, dreadful. I should have stayed in my office." I have to say, I feel similarly. Do we even have enough air left? Is that a spider? Ah! Oh, no, just a cobweb. Sorry, I'll stay calm. You put out your hands and feel your way along the wall, then your fingers touch something. Could this be it? You grip the scepter, it glows gold, chasing away the dark shadows of the chamber. It looks like a simple wooden staff, like any peasant might use for walking, but the glow is as bright as the sun. It's the scepter, your majesty, you've done it! I wish I'd written a speech for the occasion. This is absolutely astounding. First things first, I'll destroy all my enemies. Goodness, wow, we must call the nobles first and tell them the good news. Bearing the scepter, you make your way through the tunnels and back into the sunlit forest. As soon as you return to the capital, you call the nobles to the council hall. Let's go in and make the announcement. The treasurer holds a velvet cushion upon which the scepter of sages sits. It looks small and ordinary, but you sense the great weight of its history. Bellona strides at your side, looking very pleased with herself. Behind you, your heir, Thrifty III, toddles along, hand in hand with her governess. What's going on, your greatness? Why have we been brought here? I have some good news. The nobles fall silent as you ascend your throne and settle yourself comfortably. Monarch Thrifty II has descended into the darkest depths of the Blackwild Forest and retrieved the scepter of sages. Excited and worried whispers ripple around the council hall. As bearer of the scepter of sages, the monarch has sealed their destiny as Monarch Thrifty II the Enlightened. How do we know it's real? It could be any old staff. I'm going to pick up the scepter and wave it around. Wop, 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 wop. The scepter begins to glow, bathing the council hall in warm golden light. The nobles gasp and fall silent. Beside you, Thrifty III claps her hands in delight. Praise the ninth, that's extraordinary. It becomes clear that even the grumpiest of nobles would never dare speak against you while you bear the scepter of sages. Finally, you are secure in your throne and in your kingdom. Your victory is here, but your future has only just begun. GG's all round, GG. Alrighty, so we're going to have a vote. So the monarch is going to inherit a trait, or Queen Thrifty III will inherit one of these traits. Let's get a poll. Inheritance. And will we inherit overconfident? Or will we inherit judgmental? Which will it be? You'll have 2 minutes and 1 vote apiece. Anyway, I'll put in the sign down now. I'm going to read the book while you vote. The chief's agreement with the ice giants fell apart, and the giants ended up attacking the north instead. The subsequent war kept the chiefs too busy to worry about matters of the throne. Rushing to complete the scheme, the counts attempted their blood ritual too early. The summoned demon escaped their control and slaughtered dozens, including Zigana and Conte Shadowmoon. The grandees prayed and prayed for a miracle to place Zaquin, the rightful heir, on the throne, but no miracle came. Backed by the scepter's power, the Monarch Thrifty II's rule spanned another 15 years of peace and stability. A golden age of prosperity swept over the kingdom. In their will, the monarch instructed that the scepter be reburied, to be claimed only by a worthy successor. Can Thrifty the Third be Pro Grandee? Probably. We'll see what I roll for the third thing. But there's that's a good chance we could do if I can tailor it in. Alright, Monarch Thrifty the Second, the rich. We're rich. Speaking of rich, Whopper has more than 5k, which is more than everybody else. And now looking at the stats of the kingdom here, oh, look at Queen Thrifty the Third. A dark heroine. Oh my god. Looking dapper. So, we've got, going for it, chiefs will establish a cult that's pro-trade. Now, I don't know, I've been thinking about this. I think should I change up the rules? Because obviously I didn't think this could happen. That people would have a cult and the number would hit 0. So I hadn't really thought about that. Would the cult like disperse if it hits 0? Out 0 mil. I'll have a think about that off stream and make a decision. It might be that the count's cult expires. Yeah, that's the gimmick for this month's, this current thing. Better think later. Yeah, I'll think over. I'll think about what will be the most interesting. If they don't, I'm like, oh, that's a good thing. I like that idea. So, swap. Question mark. Although there is no option for him to get a new one. I mean, the story will be organic, so the cult is going to take a heavy hit. Umber's cult is still going. The cult the Grandees have is sustained, no matter what. I'll have a think over the next few days what would be the most interesting gameplay mechanic. Expelling the cult, maybe that could have some sort of impact. I'll weigh it up. What did we vote for, by the way, everyone? Shit. Overconfident 1. Okay, cool. Cool beans. So overconfident is the 1. Inherit. Cool. So we're going to have another overconfident queen this time. The chiefs will be pursuing trade, the grandees will be pursuing military, and I'll have a think about what to do with the counts having dipped into 0 for their cult number. But yeah, very good. Thank you for joining me, everyone. I'll get in touch with Beowulf now, and I'll sort out doing Crusader Kings 3, so hang around for that if you want to see that. But if you were just here for King of the Castle, that's the end pretty much.